Are you sitting comfortably? Well, if so, let's begin. Hello guys and welcome back to yet another live stream. We have got Burnley versus Coventry City in the Championship. Welcome along to everyone. Massive welcome to you. Hit the like button, subscribe, get your predictions in. You know the drill, you know how it works around here. Am I excited? Yeah. Am I nervous? Yeah. It should be a good one. It could be a low scoring one, but I don't know, it could be a close game knowing Burnley's results, and of course I'm here supporting Coventry City. Let us know who you guys are here supporting. Have we got any Burnley fans? I presume most of you will be Coventry fans. We might have some neutrals in here. Hello to everyone. Get your predictions down below. We've only just got underway. Do hit that thumbs up button. Let's go for 100 likes before kickoff because come on, it's easy to do that with your support. You guys are so good, so make sure you've hit that like button. And yeah, really not long now until the game kicks off. So we're going to get the starting 11s up. We're going to look at the table. We're going to look at the other fixtures to look out for tonight. And then before you know it, the game will be kicking off in 13 minutes from now. So not long to go. Right, let's say hello to people in the live chat. There's already loads of people in there. Look at that, not 90 people already. You guys are literally the best. Let's see what people are saying. Let's go to the live chat. Make sure you get involved. If you're not in the live chat, what are you doing? Here we go. Forest fan in disguise as a Cov fan here, says Rush. Is he saying that's me or is he saying that's you? Blue Terrier says up the Terriers. Look at this. We've got loads of people that aren't Coventry fans tuning in. Good to see you all as well. We've got a Swansea fan here. Up the Blades, someone's saying there. 3-1 to Burnley. Let's get some predictions in. Kian says definitely going to be 3-0 to Coventry. Max says, hi Matt, what is your reaction to Steve Cooper being sacked? Joe, I did do a reaction with Benjamin Bloom earlier. Check out his video. I will probably put my clip up tomorrow morning from the Premier League check-in podcast where I was sort of surprised, but I wasn't. I don't think Leicester have been doing terribly bad, but the noises coming from the Leicester fans weren't great, so yeah, in a sense, I was surprised, but I wasn't. Let's have a look at a few more comments. Kyle says 2-1 to Coventry. Adam says 5-3 to Burnley. Winfred says 2-1 to Burnley. Max says 2-2, a surprising point for Cov. Well, yeah, take a draw. Coventry have drawn their last two games against two of the top three, 2-2. And yeah, what are your thoughts? Keep your predictions coming. I've already done my prediction in the predictions video yesterday. Sophie has backed Burnley to win 1-0. I am going for the 1-1 draw. The thing is, although I'd love a 2-2, Burnley don't concede goals. They've conceded 6 in 16. You know, what's that, 0.3 pretty much a game? Incredibly good defensively. So get your comments in, get your thoughts in, get your predictions in. Coventry City, a little bit hard to put your finger on because we don't have a manager. I mean, the last two games have been all right actually under Reece Carr. We're going to get to the starting 11 in a minute where I don't think there has been any changes or not many changes. And yeah, from what I saw against Sheffield United, it was a really good performance. Are we going to get a win soon? Because we need a win soon. But this, I don't know, is this the game where we get a win? It's a very tricky one. Right, let's have a look at some of the comments. We've got over 100 people. So like I say, it takes 2 seconds and we'll get to 100 likes. If you all hit the like button, it's massively appreciated. So please drop a like. Let's read out some more comments. Evening Buddy says, Paul, he's an Oxford United fan. Good to see you. He says, how am I? I'm not too bad, thank you. I hope you're well too. Sar says, predicting 3-2 to Burnley. Olivia says, hi Matt, I'm from Kenya, a Burnley fan. It's definitely a home win, 2-0. The Tufnell says, a Borough fan wants a draw or a Cov win. Caroline says 3-1 to Coventry. Blue Terrier says 2-0 to Burnley. Man City fan says 2-2. Gavster says PUSB. Jason says, hi Matt, I'm neutral, nervous. Hang on. I'm naturally nervous. Sorry, not neutral. He's naturally nervous about tomorrow night when his team plays Juventus. Obviously, a Villa fan. Yeah, sorry. I said he was neutral. I misread what he said. He said he's a natural naturally nervous about tomorrow. And it's a big game, isn't it? Villa versus Juventus. My money's on Villa, you know. It is. They've been good in the Champions League. Pompey says 2-1 to Burnley. Pompey Lil says that. Says Norman's going to score. Kieran says Ipswich fan here should have beaten United. It was a good game. Ipswich played well. Right, let's get on to the starting 11s. We've really not got long until kickoff, so keep your comments coming, any predictions and whatnot, get them down below, and we'll get to 100 likes as well if you keep your great support coming. Let's have a look, because Burnley have a good team. Trafford, Roberts, Egan Riley, Maxime Esteve, was it Esteve? I keep pronouncing it wrong. Lucas Perez, Cullen, Laurent, Anthony, Mejbri, Sarmiento and Jay Rodriguez, and of course the gaffer, Scott Parker. It's a good team. There's plenty of Premier League quality in that Burnley team. James Trafford, for example, very good goalkeeper. Hannibal Mejbri, obviously, we're familiar with. Rodriguez, Anthony, that back line as well. It's solid. It's really solid. 6 goals conceded in 16 is incredible. But let's have a look at the Sky Blues. Let's move us over here so you can see it. Coventry City line up with Collins in goal, Latibaudiere, Thomas and Binks on the wings, the wing backs, Da Silva and Van Evac, Eccles, Sheaf and Sakamoto, and it's saying Torp and Bassett up front, but look, I know I like to use the BBC, but they're not always spot on the money with the lineups and formations. I would imagine that's more like a 5-4-1, a bit like we started with against Sheffield United, and when we first did this against Sunderland with Reece Carr and we set up with like 6 defenders, I was like, what is this about? But it doesn't seem to be a problem goal scoring wise. We've scored 4 in our last 2 against Sunderland and Sheffield United. But scoring tonight will be difficult because look at the table. Burnley are... hey, there you are. They're 4th. This is the main one. Look at that. 6 goals conceded. Is it a record that's about to be broken tonight by Coventry? I hope so. Incredibly good defensive numbers. Goal scoring wise, 19, so just over a goal a game. The logical thinking, looking at Burnley's numbers, is that Burnley are going to win 1-0. But let's see. Let's have a look at Coventry's numbers, where it's a bit difficult to make any sense of this. But 22 scored, 23 conceded. So there's always goals going in and against. The run of form is difficult because we had Mark Robbins for these 4 and Reece Carr for these 2. If you want to look at just the last 5, 8 points is actually quite good. And if you look at the last 6, only 1 defeat in 6 is also not a bad way to look at it. Am I clutching at straws, being positive? We've got to try and be positive. You know, the last 2 performances and results were all right. But let's see. Let's see what happens tonight. By the way, guys, I haven't asked yet, how are we sounding? I've said before, I'm not 100% sure if I trust the new microphone. I spent a bit of money on it, and it sounds good when it works, but it doesn't always work. How are we sounding? How are we looking? Let us know. Hit that like button. I'm going to come back to your comments in a second. In you come. We got a guess.
I'll tell you how I'm sounding.
Can you push that too, please, mate?
I'm sounding absolutely beautiful, ain't I?
Why?
Because it's me.
Here he is. It's Burgie with his big bag of popcorn and his pot noodle.
Man, well, pot noodle's brand. It's yakisoba, mate.
Right. Okay. How are you? Let me just do this.
I'm all good. Your son is adorable. As soon as I come in, gives me a giant hug, then grabs a finger and pulls me to the hallway to play football.
Yeah.
Then I finish with it, and then he grabs my hand again, my finger, for another game of football.
Mate, that's the way he's going to be brought up. My son loves himself a bit of football. Speaking of football, Burnley versus Coventry. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Oh.
What are you predicting?
Well, I predicted a 2-2, didn't I?
For the last game. And you got it right.
The Sunderland, I'm just going to milk that a little bit more. The Sunderland game, we won 2-2. No, sorry.
We drew. It felt like a win.
Yeah, we drew 2-2. I'm going to go for... Do you want my prediction?
Yes, of course.
Okay, we're going to go for 1-1.
Hey, that's the same as me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, my logical brain is telling me surely Burnley edged this 1-0 because of their numbers, but we've got to have that little bit of bias, maybe a little bit of blind faith.
You know, it's more
I
just
don't
to
think
get us through it.
we're not being outrageous by saying 1-1. We're not going crazy and saying like 3-0 Coventry. Let's not rule out that Coventry could win. It's just it doesn't seem massively likely, but obviously we're hoping that happens. But look, we'll see. Guys, 4 minutes till kick-off. Make sure you have all hit the like button.
I did it when you called me.
Yeah, good
All
lad.
3
Look at
accounts
that.
because I have
Look
them
at
all.
that. What a lad he is, by the way. Liking my streams with all his accounts. What a legend. And we're on 87, by the way. 87 likes. So we're nearly at 100. And let's read out some more comments. What are people saying? Any more predictions? Chris is a Leeds fan. He says 1-1. And by the way, if there are any Leeds fans, Sunderland fans, Sheffield United fans that might happen upon this stream tonight, you will be hoping for Coventry to get something because, of course, Burnley are competing with you guys for the promotion places at the top. Joe says 2-0 Cov. Matt, would you be happy if Frank Lampard takes the Coventry job? Well, obviously, there's been a lot of talk about it. I've said I'm not massively against it. Ultimately, whoever it is, I'll just support them and hope they do well. But it's a risk. But you know, we've got to go with someone now. And it does sound, from what a lot of people are saying, it could be tomorrow. But I wouldn't say that's nailed on. You know what? You know how rumours catch on, but everyone seems to think it'll be tomorrow. 3-1 Cov, says James. Hello, Matt, and welcome back. Cheers, buddy. Craig says he's a Borough fan. He's predicting 1-1. Saunders is saying 2-1 Burnley. Keep your comments coming. Sounds good, by the way, says Minnie. Thank you so much. Sounding fab, says Fraser. Look at that. Everyone's saying it sounds good. You guys are the best. Thank you for your feedback. Right, not long now till kickoff. Let's have a prediction for the goal scorer, Bergie. Is it going to have to be that man, Norman Bassett?
Do you reckon he might have been told just to keep it down, just stop with your housery, we'll call it?
Yeah.
And maybe I think he won't be.
It's something. Technically, he got away with it. He did well for the team on Saturday. I get what you're saying in terms of a moral standpoint. Can't you play a bit nicer than that? But so long as he's not getting himself a red card, you know.
Well, I'm going to put it out there to the viewers, in my opinion. He just gently did that sort of thing as like a friendly, come on mate, get up, you know.
Well, I think he was trying to wind him up, but that is not a red card, the one where he does that.
No, it was probably the final straw.
I don't know if you saw it. There was footage of where he, I'm not sure if it's accidental or not, but he went down on Arma Hodzic like this earlier in the game, and all these things are probably built up, and Arma Hodzic literally reacted. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm saying Norman Bassett scores. Are you?
Oh, well, I should as a Jamie Bassett myself, shouldn't I? But no, I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to score. Should I just be boring and say is White playing?
No, Hadji Wright's not playing. No, remember he's missing.
Boring and say Sims scores or something.
Is that boring? It's not that boring.
Well, it's predictable, isn't it? Who's going to score? Come back to me on that one.
Oh, okay. Well, the game kicks off in 1 minute, guys. So, last chance to get a prediction in. Last chance to drop a like. Let's read out a few more comments because the game is kicking off very soon. It's just hit 7:45. Here we go. The players are taking their positions, so we are about to get underway. 3-1 Burnley, says Jason. 4-1 Coventry, says Eugene. Toby says, I'm a Bristol City fan. What is your score prediction for Watford away? I've backed Bristol City 2-1, by the way. Dows says 3-2 Cov, 90th minute winner. Cov will win 0-0, says Rich. I presume most of you in the live chat, Coventry fans, would take a draw. Might feel like a little bit of a win. I know we want to win games of football, but look, draws against top teams away from home, it's not to be, sniffed at. Is that the same? No.
Mason Clark.
Yeah, I think it's the same. What about him?
He's gonna get his first goal.
He's gonna score.
Today. He's gonna get his first goal.
He's on the bench, but yeah, he could definitely come on and get the goal. Right. Not Hadji Wright. Right in terms of we're just about to kick off. All of the other championship games have just got underway that were meant to kick off at 7:45. Coventry City's game at Burnley does appear to be maybe a minute or two behind schedule here. But we are ready otherwise. And let's hope for a good game. Thank you once again, everyone, for your support, for all your comments and what have you, your predictions.
Before we forget.
3-0 Burnley, says Liam. What do you reckon Millwall tomorrow? I reckon we beat them. 2-1 Pompey is what Liam says. Yeah, I said Pompey 2-1 actually. No, I said Pompey 1-0 in my predictions video. Feel free to make sure you check out the predictions every week, guys. We've got them always coming out. We've got Championship predictions that we did yesterday for today's games and what have you, and Premier League predictions coming tomorrow with Sophie. We're always busy, so stay active on the channel. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, getting involved with all of that. And here we go. We are getting underway now. So let's get the timer started. Coventry City in the away white kit, and Burnley, of course, in their home claret colours. Here we go then. Burnley versus Coventry City, and it's live.
What minute?
What minute is the first goal going in? Let's go early with the 9th minute.
See, I'm going to have to be tactical here because I said that Mason Clark gets it. When
Okay.
would he be subbed on?
Well, it could be that Burnley score first. Speaking of scoring first, guys, I know we've just got underway here, but I have to say there has been a goal at Carrow Road in 2 minutes. Norwich 1, Plymouth 0. So there you go. There's an early goal. Norwich 1, Plymouth 0 in the Championship. And can you believe this? Hull City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Inside 2 minutes, Hull City and Norwich are both winning 1-0. There you go.
I'm saying 26.
Comment down below what minute you reckon the first goal will go in today. Burnley have possession inside their own half at the minute. 0-0 as we approach 1 minute. And what would you say from Reece Carr, the interim manager so far? It's been all right, isn't it?
It's weird. It's like we've let City get on with their own devices, and it seems that they're better than when we had Robbins at the moment.
Well, Chris Wilder, the Sheffield United manager, did say after the game at the weekend that the players should have played like this more for Mark Robbins. It'd still be in a job if they did.
Bittersweet, isn't it?
Some people might say, well, maybe Mark Robbins couldn't get it out of them. I have the opinion that the players just should have done more for Robbins. Anyway, we move on, unfortunately, for Mark Robbins, and 0-0. Burnley with possession inside their own half. I feel like Coventry haven't even really had a touch of the ball yet, but that's probably why Burnley have a lot of low-scoring games. They're just knocking it around inside their own half here as we come towards 2 minutes.
It's a defence, isn't it? That's the key point.
A mean defence. It does feel like one goal could be enough to win this game.
It was the season before Forest got promoted, I believe, that Burnley set the record for the most points in the Championship before they got promoted. And then Forest beat it. Am I right in saying that?
No.
The way round.
No, Forest didn't win the league, so they wouldn't have picked
Of course
up
not,
no.
no.
Fulham maybe picked up a lot of points.
Yeah. But I remember Burnley was really impressive, like 100 something.
Burnley did get a lot of points when they last were in the Championship. 0-0 still. Burnley still knocking the ball around and Coventry not getting a touch on it, but no danger just yet. Having said that, here comes Anthony, puts a cross in, it's blocked and headed away for a Burnley throw-in. So yes, there has been early goals for Norwich
in the box
and Hull City, and Burnley took their throw-in quickly there, and thankfully it's gone back to the Coventry City goalkeeper, Brad Collins. Once again, guys, your support is appreciated. Anyone watching that currently isn't subscribed, you can help us get towards 83,000 today. Please make sure you've hit the subscribe button. It only takes 2 seconds, and a massive thank you if you already have. Coventry City with their first touches of the ball today as Binks fires it over to De Silva, and Victor Torp flicks it forwards, and Burnley regather the ball.
Do you reckon if we get the goal first, we'll just sit on it? Because Burnley defend. So if we can match them in defence.
Yeah, possibly, but it could also be that we have to sit on it in terms of if Burnley have all of the ball, we might have to drop back and just hope they don't break us down. I don't know.
What's our formation?
Our formation today, it's like a 5-4-1. So it is fairly defensive, but I did say that for the last 2 games, and they both ended 2-2. So let's see.
Well, we were like Cookie said, we were quite a compact box. He described it.
Yeah.
And the only way past in the previous game, the only way past was to go on the outside.
Yeah. Does seem true. Bobby Thomas at the minute fires the ball over the top. That's going to roll out for a Burnley throw-in. No. There you go. In fact, it's going to go out for a Coventry throw-in because it was cleared out for some reason there by Burnley's number 5, Maxime Esteve.
Well, we were talking last night about it could be Steve Cooper. I just wish that maybe he was sacked earlier, so then he was in more of content.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. It's possible it could be Steve Cooper that comes into Coventry. Maybe not if something is very close to being announced. But yeah, if Steve Cooper was maybe sacked a week or two earlier, that could be a more prominent one. But it might still happen.
One of your heroes, isn't he?
Heroes.
Managerial heroes.
I don't have pictures of him on my wall, if that's what you're trying to say.
Do you have pictures of Mark Robbins on your wall?
No.
Okay, he's not a hero then.
Burnley cross comes in, headed away. It's going to be a Burnley corner on 5 minutes here. The first corner of the game is going to be for Burnley. Come on, lads. Stay strong.
What's that attack force like, Burnley?
Got Jay Rodriguez, he's an experienced goal scorer. They got quite a bit of quality, but I certainly think their defence has been their strongest area so far this season. So Burnley corner is about to come in here as we come up towards 6 minutes. Anthony puts the cross in, it's headed away by the first man. It's not going to go very far. It's going to fall for a shot on the edge of the box, and that is going to go well over the top towards the Coventry away end, which does look pretty full, by the way.
We always really sell out.
I shouldn't sound surprised, should I?
No.
What an incredible fan base we have. What happened at Hull City? It does appear that Hull City's goal might have been disallowed, guys. Let's just go and double check that. It's 0-0 at Hull City now, apparently.
Well, at least they can wipe the slate clean and...
There you go. It was 1-0 after 2 minutes, but yeah, it must have been disallowed for something. Hull City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, just to remind you. So the only goal in the Championship so far is Norwich's goal. And yes, you guessed it, Borja signs.
For who?
For Norwich, because he plays for Norwich. Burnley with possession at the minute.
Well, Josh Eccles has signed a new contract.
Yeah, that's good news. He's been good.
Were we ever going to risk losing him? That's not insulting him, by the way.
Not particularly. No, it's just good to renew his contract because either he stays with us for even longer now, or if someone does come and buy him, they have to pay a bit more. Here come Burnley down that right hand side. It's been very quiet so far. I mean, Burnley have had a corner, and here they come now down the left hand side. What a first touch that is! And Binks is there to clear it. That was a bit dangerous there. Coventry City and not getting any respite here. We're not getting the ball. We're not getting any possession, and we're certainly not getting forwards. I'm not saying we're playing bad. It's just, Burnley are good, and we're just having to ride out this first 10 minutes, it seems. But we've got to try and get a foot on the ball.
That's how I expected it to be at the moment.
0-0 as we come towards 8 minutes. Let's have a look at some of your comments, guys. People saying there's been a goal for Oldham. Patrick says there's a goal for Oldham. No, well, Patrick just says goal. Sarah says goal for Oldham. Caroline says Barnsley have scored. Your audio isn't as good as it normally is, says Ego Chip. Is it not?
It fluctuates, doesn't it? Sometimes it goes a bit...
How are we sounding? Everyone was saying we sound all right earlier. Has it gone... Just let me know in the live chat. Has it gone a bit funny? We can maybe play around with it in a second. Here come Burnley. Jeez, this is a chance now.
How much space have they got? As well?
Cross comes in. It's headed away. But Burnley regather on the edge of the box. And Coventry City just absorbing pressure. That's the best way to describe this so far. No real clear-cut chances. No shots or anything. But... yeah, Burnley are building towards something maybe. Coventry nip that in the bud and get ourselves a throw in.
Sure, if you just mark every man, you're fine, right?
Let's have a look. Hello, Matt. How are things? Matt, my channel's doing good lately. Let's get more momentum going, says James Football Talk. Yeah, keep up the good work, mate. I'll say that to any YouTuber, by the way. It's not an easy gig. And we have a goal. Oh, a first Sheffield United goal for Callum O'Hare. Sheffield United 1, Oxford United 0. Not sure how bothered the Coventry fans are going to be by that, but by the sounds of it at the weekend, some of them really don't like him anymore. But there you go. Anyway, Callum O'Hare has scored for Sheffield United against Oxford United. That is his first Blades goal in the Championship. Here come Coventry. Here's Van Evak. He puts a cross in. It's headed away. And that's the first time Coventry have really tried to get forwards. Van Evak has another chance here to do something. Sakamoto gives it to Louis Binks, and Binks goes over to Latibodia. Latibodia to Van Evak as Coventry look to try and start something here. That's not going to work. Putting a cross in like that. Burnley's defence is tight, guys. We're going to have to do something special to unlock it. 0-0 on 10 minutes, guys.
I'm going to say something a bit controversial here.
Oh, no.
As ever. I, in a way, wish that Callum had scored against Coventry. Don't you?
Why would you say that?
Listen. Because in the pre-match interview, the interviewer...
Yeah, he said he wouldn't celebrate.
And I think that would have kind of all the boo... I don't like booing an ex.
So you think people that had a problem with him needed him to score and him not to celebrate for them to go, I like him now?
No, because there would be the odds, I don't know, 15% of people like myself who don't like booing at players that would have looked at that and gone, fair play. And then that wouldn't have then had a more drastic effect. At the moment, it's everyone booed him. But if a few percentages of people went fair play, it might have kind of outweighed it a little bit.
No. No, I get what you're trying to say.
It would have been nice.
I get what you're trying to say.
On the fans forum saying, fair play, fair play. Yeah, they would have been shot down. But...
here come Coventry City. Let's stop talking about Callum O'Hare and see if Coventry can score instead. And no, we can't. No. We lose the ball.
Just would have been nice to see on the fans forum at least 1% saying fair play to him.
I know what you mean. I've seen some people saying, I liked what he said in the pre-match interview about how he wouldn't celebrate and that, but we didn't need him to score to know that. He said it in the interview. That's fair enough for me.
Oh, okay. I haven't really been on the forum, so as long as people are aware that...
And like I said, there's some people that will hate him if he does or doesn't score and what have you. Anyway. Like I say, in the Championship, Sheffield United are leading. Norwich are leading. We're goalless here. Burnley have a free kick on the edge of their own box. No shots in this game yet. Still 0-0. Let's have a look at what happened in the Champions League earlier for anyone interested. We had two early games, quite crazy this. Sparta Prague 0, Atletico Madrid 6, and Slovan Bratislava 2, AC Milan 3. Some interesting results there.
And Gyökeres playing.
Sporting play Arsenal tonight. So Gyökeres will be up against Arsenal later tonight. We'll keep an eye on that and see if he gets himself another hat-trick. Here come Coventry. I say here we come. Yeah, we have the ball for about 5 seconds before Burnley get the ball back and decide to knock it around at the back again and try and build it forwards. Let's catch up with comments again. Once again, keep up your support. Hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes.
No, what are people saying about
People are saying about the audio.
Yeah, does it sound like it's in a swimming pool? That's what it sounds like sometimes.
Let's right, I'm gonna disconnect the... Right, guys, let me know how it sounds when I do this.
Hello.
Does that sound any better, or can you now not hear us?
Do you know what?
Let us know how that sounds, and if you can't hear us, or it sounds worse, I'm going to plug it back in. Here come Burnley, still 0-0.
Is it both your mics connected at the same time?
No.
Your computer mic or whatever.
Sound is good to me, says Sar. Does it sound better since I just did that? I disconnected the microphone. Still 0-0, by the way. Burnley lose possession. Coventry throw in.
Unless he just doesn't like you. It sounds better to me. You can't hear you.
Exactly the same, someone's just said. Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what the problem was. So if I plug this back in and fiddle around with it, ignore me, guys. Jamie, what's happening in the game?
Thrown to Coventry. Sims has it.
Sims has it? He's not playing. That's De Silva.
Oh.
You're good at this, aren't you? Sims has it.
It's the hair. Right.
Right. Okay. I've changed the audio around. You guys just keep me posted. I've set it back up to the El Gato microphone.
Is it Burnley throwing?
Burnley have possession inside their own half. It's 0-0 on 14 minutes, and to be honest, there isn't a lot happening in this game. Obviously we're keeping an eye on it and seeing how things might develop, but not a lot to report on if anyone has joined us on 15 minutes. 0-0. Burnley have seen most of the ball and they've now won a free kick down the left-hand side. Now that's echoing. Right, so there we go. Terrible sound. Let's remove that.
So have we solved any problems?
So I've now disconnected the...
Right.
There we go. It's gone back to default. Does that sound better? Basically, I'm not going to use the microphone. The microphone is naughty. I'm going to tell him off after this stream.
People say I'm weird and immature.
Inappropriate.
Yeah.
0-0. Coventry City have possession again, and we go back to Brad Collins. Right, I disconnected the microphone, so is that better now? Sounds good now. There you go. Right, I'll leave it there because we're here to talk about the football. There you go. Burnley 0, Coventry 0. Burnley go back to James Trafford. Let's get a little reading on the stats so far. I wonder if the possession is about 70-30. Before we do that, I must let you know there has been another goal at Carrow Road. Norwich 2, Plymouth 0. Norwich 2, Plymouth 0. As for the possession here between Burnley and Coventry, 71% for Burnley, 29% for Coventry.
Oh, good for Cov. Dangerous. Very dangerous. That's fine.
Coventry free kick inside our own box.
Did you see Watford's weird crowd goal celebration? Where it went in, it was a blind spot. Was it at Plymouth? And have you seen it where the fans then celebrated like 5 seconds after?
Yeah, that was weird.
It was weird.
That was really weird. Yeah.
It must be like a giant...
Maybe they just couldn't see from where they were or something. But yeah, the Watford fans were certainly delayed about 6 or 7 seconds after the goal had gone in.
It was like lockdown, wasn't it?
The fake noise. Are you calling Watford fake fans?
No, I'm calling them wooden...
cardboard cutouts, yeah.
Well, they were very quiet at home, so they probably would be more loud with the cardboard cutouts. Sorry.
Here come Coventry City. Josh Eccles. Yeah, he's unlucky there. It was about 3-on-1 in terms of him versus 3 Burnley players in the middle of the park. He's lost the ball, and now come Burnley down that right-hand side. Is this an opening for Burnley? The cross comes in from Anthony. It's a good one. It's headed away by Bobby Thomas. Sakamoto sticks a foot on it. De Silva heads it away, but Burnley regather the ball. And this is the way the game has been for pretty much all 17 minutes. Burnley knocking it around, Coventry deal with it, and Burnley come again.
Sakamoto is no good starting, I think. He's so much better off the bench.
You reckon?
I don't know how that makes a difference to players, but it does. What's the logic in that?
I don't know. I sometimes felt that about myself. I don't know why, but like when I used to play a little bit of Sunday football, as a footballer, you'd rather start and play most of the game.
Because you get yourself more hyped up.
Maybe if you're sat on the side and you're reading the game and you can pick out the weaknesses. And, I don't know.
And you get yourself, your adrenaline's going a bit.
Yeah, and obviously your fitness will be, your energy levels will be higher than the players that have already been playing for, the game. Anyway, here come Burnley down that left-hand side. Oh, yeah, Bobby Thomas, deal with it. Yeah, Coventry City will get the throw in there, that'll do me. Very much feels like we're hanging on, but at the same time, they haven't really had a dangerous chance yet, have they? Is it generally still 0 shots? Yeah. Oh no, Burnley have had 1. Burnley have an XG of 0.03. Coventry have an XG of 0.00.
Collins got cramp.
Collins is down, holding his leg. Reece Cart uses this opportunity to talk to the players. Norwich 2-0 up, says Robin. Yes, we mentioned that. And let's double check. Was it Borja Sainz? Oh, it was. Again. Unbelievable player. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Audio is fine, by the way. Thank you. And we've got 149 likes. One more like will take us to 150. So come on, use your brilliant support. Hit that like button. Let's get to 150 likes. Drop a like. Subscribe.
Oh no, he's gone down without any involvement in the game. That's worrying, isn't it? If a player goes down,
it is, or is it time wasting? I'm not sure.
No, we don't do that. We're not A looter.
Collins is a good little
Whinger.
master of the dark arts. When I went to Leeds away last
Harry
season,
Potter.
and we drew 1-1, he was really good at taking a while for the not throw-ins, goal kicks, free kicks, all that kind of stuff. Because we were hanging on at Leeds away last season, and he probably helped us earn that point.
Who scored first then? Was it Gordon?
Up the Bristol City, says Toby. Speaking of Bristol City, they are still drawing 0-0 with Watford. Like I say, who scored in that Leeds away game?
You want to know than the Watford fans.
Who scored in the Leeds away game?
Yeah.
No, it was Bobby Thomas, actually. So, Sunderland, West Brom is goalless. Watford, Bristol City is goalless. Stoke, Preston is goalless. Sheffield United are leading Oxford 1-0 through Callum O'Hare. Norwich 2, Plymouth 0, both goals from Borja Sainz. Hull City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Hull did have a goal disallowed. And then Burnley 0, Coventry City 0. Oh, look at this. Robin, what a legend. He's donated. Is that Australian dollars? You'll have to see it. Leave the audio as it is. It was fine. Norwich 2 up again. Signs again, says Robin. Thank you so much and appreciate the feedback on the audio. Yeah, that's very, very generous. Really appreciate that, Robin. I presume you must be watching from Australia then. And he says, yeah, Norwich 2-0 through Signs. Signs is just so good. Are we saying he's in the top 3 players in the Championship? I think this season you've got to say that, haven't you? It remains 0-0 at Turf Moor, by the way, where Coventry City do have possession for now.
I've got a tough one for you.
Go on.
What would you rather live in Cov and see Cov and support Cov? You get to see them, season ticket, or live in New York and you love, all your favourite place, ideal scenery, your dream Miami, but you don't get to see Cov as often.
So you're basically saying if I had all the money in the world, would I still live in Coventry so I could follow Cov, or live wherever I want?
Surely you would support a team which is in the more of a scenic,
Yeah, I'm not that mad keen on moving to New York or anything really. To be honest, mate. Even if I had all the money in the world, I'm not saying I'd live in the same house I'm in right now if I had all the money in the world, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily think I'd move out of the UK.
It's just a shame that the team that we support all our lives is in a city.
Get a private jet to every Coventry game, mate.
Yeah.
Or be the new Cov owner, mate. There you go. Bring Mark Robbins back. Here come Burnley, by the way. Here comes Anthony. Oh, thankfully his pass is not a good one, and Coventry City will clear our lines.
Oh, it's on the floor. He was thinking about falling on the floor, and he's decided to do so.
And Burnley have a player down, so the game is stopped. And we're halfway through the first half. It is still 0-0. And people are saying there's been a goal in the Champions League game between Sporting and Arsenal. And there has been. It's Sporting 0, Arsenal 1. Martinelli. So Gyökeres and Sporting losing there.
Oh. People think I'm living in the past going on about O'Hare and Gyökeres.
Nino says Cov is battling, which is great to see. I think Coventry are doing okay. Yeah, that's all I'll say. We'll go over the top, but I think from what I've seen, relatively happy. I mean, we're not creating lots of chances, but we knew that'd probably be the case.
I noticed that last game that we were really sticking our necks out. We were actually putting our body on the line for once. It's good to see.
Yeah, for sure.
We were risking injury, which...
Yeah, you've got to do that. You've got to put your body on the line. Yeah, it's your job, really. Lofted ball over the top. Sakamoto's going to give chase, and Jada Silva gives it to Sakamoto. Sakamoto keeps that alive. He goes back to Binks. Binks inside to Josh Eccles, and Coventry are having a little bit of the ball. Bobby Thomas. I like Bobby Thomas, and I'm pleased he got his goal at the weekend, but his passing is still... not my favourite attribute of his, shall we say. He tries to loft a ball forwards here, and it reaches a Burnley defender, and yeah, they've got possession again now. Norman Bassett is going to chase down James Trafford. Yeah, the Coventry forward players, so like you say, Sakamoto and Bassett, they haven't really had a chance to do anything because we've not really had the ball. And Burnley
suppose that includes
keep
Silva.
possession for now.
It hasn't. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. Some nonsense.
Probably right. People saying the mic sounds a bit crackly.
Oh no, that's just some popcorn. That is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Burnley 0, Coventry 0 on 24.5 minutes. I've been a fan since 4K. Wow, thank you so much for that. Where are we at now? 82,943. That is brilliant. Once again, anyone that hasn't subscribed, feel free to help us push towards 83,000. Could we do that tonight? I'm sure most of the viewers are already subscribed, but if there isn't anyone, anyone that hasn't subscribed, you could help us push to the next milestone. We're closing in there. Thank you once again for your great support. It's really appreciated. Burnley 0, Coventry 0 in the live stream tonight, and Burnley come forwards and they lose the ball there, and this looks like an opportunity for Coventry to counter. Josh Eccles
on his own.
Loses the ball, and to be honest, I think I agree. He didn't really have anyone to play the ball to there. He burst forwards and he was up against about 4 defenders and had no support really. And Burnley with possession again. It looks like they might try and move it down the left-hand side. It's a clever pass. Bobby Thomas does well. Keep it from going for a corner. Gives it to Milan. Dearie me. This is looking good for Burnley. Cross comes in.
Oh, it's going to be a pen there, isn't it?
No, of course it isn't. This could be a Coventry City goal kick. Burnley want a penalty. I'd be interested to see this back, but it looked like there was nothing in that to me.
He's the guy who went down before.
Anthony.
Claiming. Seems like Anthony seems to be.
Let's see what the problem was. You can't even see from that angle.
That's all we need. Ooh.
I couldn't see anything in that.
Okay.
We didn't really get a very good replay, but Anthony and De Silva maybe ran into each other, but you couldn't really see it very well. Right, we have another goal at Bramall Lane. The player who scored in his last 2 games against Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry, Tyrese Campbell. And Sheffield United have an early, comfortable lead against Oxford United. 2-0 here.
Thought they'd be struggling with the player sent off on red.
No, mate.
They got back
at home to Oxford United.
I
really fancy Sheffield United there. Could be a rout tonight for Norwich and Sheffield United. They might both run out 4-0 winners or something. Coventry City throw-in the Burnley half. At least we're still in this game, 0-0. Just imagine if we can score. But I will add to anyone that's just tuned in, Coventry haven't had any shots. We've kept Burnley fairly quiet, but at the cost of not being able to go forwards ourselves. Here's Binks. Fires it forwards. And that's going to go back to James Trafford. And 0-0 it stays.
Both of our goal minute predictions out the window.
Yeah, I don't know why I said there'd be an early goal.
I said 26.
I don't know why I said there'd be any goals in this game. Should have gone 0-0, but there you go. Still relatively early, 28 minutes. And the ball goes back to James Trafford as Burnley just knocking it around their back line. Coventry not pressing massively. We've got quite a lot of players in the middle of the park, but no one's pushing up too much and giving Burnley that space to get forward. So bit of a game of chess, actually. Let's catch up with a few more comments. Dovin seems out of favour. Collins is a real scrapper. Hope he keeps a clean sheet, says Aussie Sky Blue. By the way, here's a chance. Norman Bassett has broken through and he's offside. He scores though, but he is offside.
What is that? Complaining? Just complaining?
Be interested to watch this back. Is Norman Bassett definitely offside? Oh, he's been booked. Oh, what, for kicking the ball in the net?
No.
Yeah, that's what it'll be for.
Really?
Norman Bassett went through, he was offside, and then he decided to kick the ball in the net, and he's now been given a yellow card, which does mean He's got to be careful with his antics. That's a pointless yellow, thinking about it.
Do you know what that is?
He can't do his mind games with other players now, because if he gets a second yellow, he's off. He's got to behave himself now.
Do you know what the ref was thinking there? He's probably been told this guy's a bit of a cheeky one. So anything that he does,
a cheeky one. Anything he does, give me a yellow card.
Yeah, and like that, he's probably thinking, oh, that's probably what they're talking about, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure most of the referees would have seen what happened in the last game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the rule is, if you kick the ball away, you get a yellow card, whoever you are. So, no. That's what's happened. Sorry, Aussie Sky Blue commented. He said about Collins. I agree. I like Collins, by the way. I know there's probably not a lot to separate the three goalkeepers, and Dovin is maybe looked at as the future. But I quite like Collins. I think he's a steady pair of hands. And by the way, we've got... Look, there's a real sort of Coventry City fan base in Australia. Where's everyone watching from tonight, by the way? Comment down below where you are watching from, whether it's Coventry, Glasgow, Newcastle, Sydney, New York, wherever. Let us know in the live chat.
Matt's office.
And like I say, I've picked up on the fact that there are quite a few Coventry fans that watch the channel from Australia.
Mad.
There we go, we're big down under.
It's nice to see you uniting fans like that.
Here comes Milan. Josh Eccles comes to Ben Sheaf, and Coventry City just moving it around the middle of the park. Okay, we're about 35 yards from goal, which is progress. Oh, and we've lost the ball, and oh dearie me, this could be trouble as Burnley break. It's Hannibal Medjbury. Ben Sheaf can't tackle him. It goes out wide. Here's a chance for the cross. The cross comes in, and it's just about headed away. And Burnley still have the ball here down the right-hand side. Deal with this, lads. Deal with it. Yes, deal with it. What's your problem with Sakamoto, mate?
I don't know. He just seems to kick it the wrong way. Just get it out. God's sake.
It remains 0-0. Coventry City are hanging on in there. And that is just a warning from Burnley that if you come in our half, we will counter-attack you. And that was bloody dangerous for a second there. It's the first time Coventry have not had players back to defend, and Burnley didn't score, thankfully. Coventry now do have possession inside our own half. Let's have a look. Where's people watching from? Surrey, New York City, Shipston, Devon, Staffordshire, Gosford, Bahamas, Coventry, Glasgow, Greece, Hamburg, Northern Ireland, Colorado, Swansea, Coventry, Kent, Edinburgh, Wednesbury, sorry.
Hey.
Wednesbury, sorry about that, James.
Sheffield.
Ollie says Leamington, Leeds, Bristol and Liverpool. Look at that.
Bloody hell.
Matt SB's gone global.
No, an incident in the box.
Appreciate the support, guys. What happened? It's a coming together, isn't it? It's not a serious one. Hannibal runs into Bobby Thomas by mistake, it looks like. 0-0, it remains.
Hannibal the cannibal. No, that's... No.
What?
Well, cannibal's not really something I like to describe somebody as.
So take it back.
That's what I meant. Take it back.
I'm trying to be funny with your rhyming, and you've said something you completely regret. How dare you? Coventry City with possession. Bobby Thomas fires it forwards, and it's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna get a throw in out of that because it's come off the top of a Burnley head. Coventry throw in down the right hand side. This game is very much a 0-0 kind of game. Not saying it'll finish 0-0, but it definitely deserves to be 0-0 because although Burnley have
no one there.
Although Burnley have come forwards and offered a threat, they still haven't had a big chance. Let's be honest, they haven't had a big chance. Ben Sheaf and Hannibal are having a fascinating battle there. Sakamoto gets pulled over and Coventry get a free kick. Good luck. That's so good though from the lads. They worked together there. Ben Sheaf was struggling a little bit with Hannibal and Sakamoto came to help out. And Coventry won the free kick, and 2 seconds later Burnley have now got the ball again.
Obviously.
Here come Burnley now down the left-hand side.
They use all parts of the pitch, don't they, Burnley?
Coventry win the ball and Burnley now win it back again. It's a bit scrappy in the middle. The ball's fired out wide and there's no one there, and that'll go out for a Coventry goal kick, which I am happy with. 34 minutes, it remains 0-0. Not a lot changing in the Championship. Still 2-0 to Norwich and 2-0 to Sheffield United, and goalless everywhere else.
2 points out of possible 4 against ex-Prem teams. No, possible 6.
What do you mean? If we get a draw tonight?
Yeah.
No, I agree. A draw wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, but it's also 2 out of 6.
Yeah, but like, we ain't got a manager at the minute, and Burnley away is a tricky one. Sheffield United are flying.
Is Reece allowed to sign anyone? Does he have that power?
Well, technically, we've given Josh Eccles a contract extension, which was interesting, because there isn't a manager there to do that. Not that I've got any objection to it, but it's just fascinating. Everyone's saying, oh, it's all Doug King. Doug King's taken over. Here come Coventry with Victor Torp. Plays in Josh Eccles. Eccles' first touch isn't great, but he does retrieve the ball, and Coventry City have it here. They've gone backwards, back to Bobby Thomas. Oh, Bobby Thomas has now gone back to Collins. So
Collins has gone back to the goal.
Coventry had possession in the Burnley box, and we've worked our way all the way back to the Coventry box. But we've still got the ball. Binks smashes it. Bassett. It's going to go out for a Burnley throw in there.
My dilemma is, if I want Bassett on the back of my shirt, people are going to think I spelled my name wrong.
Okay, we've got a goal, by the way, at Hull City. It did seem as if after 2 minutes Hull City were winning. I think it got disallowed. And now Sheffield Wednesday are winning at Hull City. 1-0 to the away team.
Kicking the teeth, isn't it?
Yeah. 1-0 to the Owls.
Hull were good contenders for the playoffs last season.
Hull City had a good team at the end of last season. They've not been good this season. Got rid of the manager, lost a load of good players. Yeah, not good.
I remember when they sacked the manager. It was out of nowhere, wasn't it? It was a bit like a Mark Robbins situation.
Well, yeah, a bit different, but yeah, both surprises, I guess. That's good play from Burnley, moving it over to the right-hand side.
Yeah, Premier League colours are obviously
showing. Oh, okay, there's been a goal at Carrow Road, and it's maybe not gone the way you'd think. Plymouth have pulled one back. Game on.
Go on then.
Norwich 2, Wayne Rooney's Plymouth 1.
Is that husband?
No.
The only Plymouth player I know.
Bundu.
Oh.
There you go. Norwich 2, Plymouth 1.
Oh no, that's dangerous as anything. Oh, body's on the line though.
Now that probably is the biggest chance of the game there. Burnley worked themselves into a good position there. I'm not sure who took the shot on. Sorry, it was Anthony, and it was blocked by Coventry, and the ball's cleared away. Bassett, can he hold it up? No.
I'd hope for neither of them.
Burnley testing Coventry's defence. Let's just get into half-time 0-0, lads. I'd be happy with that. 8 minutes to go.
I wouldn't touch it.
Oh, no. Shot blocked. Burnley appealing for a handball. It's not a handball, but here they come again.
Handball.
Hey. That is handball there. He goes out wide, and can the cross come in? Coventry have pretty much got every man behind the ball here.
Collins is obviously a good voice.
Oh, it's a cracking little cross. Milan deals with it by smashing it.
Go off him.
I mean, Norman Bassett is getting dragged around. Well done. The referee did get it right that time. It gives Coventry a bit of respite, and Coventry are going for the early free kick. And see, that's no
Panic.
good.
It's panic.
Josh Eccles put too much on it, and it went back to James Trafford, and it just means that Coventry are going to come under pressure again, because here comes Hannibal.
There we go, lads.
Coventry win it back, and the game's maybe opened up a bit here. Here come Coventry again. Jada Silva looking for Norman Bassett. No, the forward balls are not good, man. I like the quick thinking, but it's got to work. Otherwise, you're just giving up possession and letting them come at you, and they could punish us eventually. No, it remains.
Oh, was that the counter? Was that
That was the chance there where Anthony had a shot and it was blocked by Ben Sheaf actually. Showing a replay of that. 0-0 it remains.
Yeah, I do like Bassett there.
He's good.
Showing
He's good.
colours.
Oh, look at that. We had a donation.
Oh, fantastic.
Matt, does the chewing get annoying?
I've stopped now. I'm sorry.
Says Kieran.
Popcorn's a good healthy thing for me to eat.
He has stopped now.
I have stopped. I do
If it gets annoying for you, yeah, I apologise for having him round.
You know what? I am going to think about something else to bring that's more quiet because we have had quite a few people mention it, but
yeah,
if they mention it, I won't mention it.
Hey, good one. Thank you so much for the donation, Kieran. Absolute legend. Thank you to all of your support, guys. Thank you for all of your support, by the way, is what I meant to say. Here come Coventry with Ben Sheaf. Gives it to Milan. Goes to Josh Eccles. He picks out Latibodia. Latibodia finds Sakamoto, and Sakamoto is offside. 0-0 on 40 minutes. Let's have a look. Matt, please can you say fly high? Theo for Manning, says Toby. Yeah. Well, yeah, fly high. I mean, it's just awful. Awful news when the Bristol City manager lost his son. That was about a month ago, yeah. Awful. How are Bristol City getting on tonight, by the way? Still goalless at Watford, I see. Stoke Preston is goalless. Sunderland West Brom is goalless. And of course here, Burnley Coventry is goalless. The ball goes out for a throw into Coventry inside the Coventry City half.
How many times are we going to do that? Pass it back to the keeper.
Oh dear.
Oh
dear. Here we go.
No.
Jay Rodriguez. Hey.
We are very lucky.
Smashes it over the bar. Yeah. Look, Burnley are going to create chances, but what we should do is just not let them create chances off our mistakes. You know, don't give the ball away like that.
But if they pressure us enough, they're going to force a mistake out of us, and that's what football is.
Well, I think, knowing that half-time is 4 minutes away, let's get in at half-time 0-0. It's a platform to go with.
Change it up a bit?
I don't know. I mean, this is... Look, I said before the game, and I'll repeat it now, a draw, in my opinion, would be a good result for Coventry tonight. But if it's, say, still 0-0 with 10 minutes to go, do we gamble? I don't know. Might not be worth it. Well, got to keep trying to get forwards, but yeah, you've got to be careful, is what I'm trying to say. Kieran's donated again.
Is he saying thank you for not chewing?
No worries, Burgie, I forgive you, lol.
Well, nice to see someone that accepts my apology.
There you go. Cheers, Kieran. Thank you for the donation, mate.
Yeah, well,
he has stopped chewing now.
Unfortunately, my chewing has cost you £4. I'm really sorry. That covers my popcorn, thanks.
I appreciate the donation.
Seriously, and I've learned my lesson now. Slap on the wrist. I'll have a burger next time.
By the way, guys, we are on 198 likes. We could do 200 before half time. We've got 2 likes to go. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you once again for your support. It remains 0-0. And let's move that there. 0-0. Burnley have a throw-in.
Something for the viewers. Any away games you plan on going to? What are you planning to go in any? Pompey, did you say?
Yeah, just trying to work it out. I usually do more away days, but now living on my own, it is genuinely
and a baby
difficult. I know people a lot of fans that go to every game have difficult circumstances, and I salute them. So I'll try and do what I can if that makes sense.
Very rarely. I think my average is like 2 every season, isn't it? What did we do last season?
We did Stoke, and that was the Stoke away game was a bit off-putting actually. It was so rubbish, and then I got bird poo on me. So here come Burnley. They lose it. Coventry clear it, but how long for? Yeah, 5 seconds. Here come Burnley again. Nearly half time. Hannibal with the ball. Goes inside, and Coventry have just Yeah, this is kind of attack versus defence, isn't it? Just watching this. Here they come down the left-hand side. Coventry, like I say, with every man back. Sakamoto, Torp, everyone except for Bassett is inside the final third here, and it comes to Anthony. He puts a teasing cross in. Jay Rodriguez jumps up for it. He misses it. Milan clears it.
Come on, lads. Careful.
Bassett slips over, trying to
He's class, isn't
parry.
How can it's not until now where he's started to... Maybe because he's on his own.
Well, he's getting a bit more game time now, and he's on his own, yeah. So he's maybe standing out a bit more and doing what he can, but he is feeding off absolute scraps. We've had no chances. Still 0-0. I wonder how much added time there'll be. Maybe 1 minute. And thank you for 200 likes, by the way, guys. We've done it. Your support is amazing. And once again, anyone that hasn't subscribed, let's keep that going. Let's get... Oh, yeah, go on. 3 more subs isn't much to ask, is it?
It genuinely works.
Keep your support coming, by the way. Thank you if you already have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, get involved. Help the channel out as we head into first half stoppage time here, of which I think there's only going to be about a minute added.
You remember when you weren't even at 10k where you were asking people like, oh, how have you heard about me? Out of curiosity, how was it through...
2 added minutes, by the way. 2 added minutes.
Was it through like video suggestions or that? You're really curious how people heard of you. It is that usually, isn't it? People, they'll see your algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll pop up to them. Most of them, I think, I don't want to watch that. But a few of them, yeah, they like the chewing. Here come Burnley.
ASMR. I shouldn't, because I'm the same. I hate the noise of chewing.
There you go then. Don't do it. Here come Burnley down the left-hand side. As we head towards the 2nd minute of the added 2. Cross comes in. Jaden Anthony goes up for it. And bloody hell, Jay De Silva won a header. Go on, lad.
Oh, mind your hands.
Jay De Silva gets it out for a throw-in to Burnley right at the end of first half stoppage time now. Can Burnley get one last chance here before that half-time whistle? Jaden Anthony crosses it. It's a bit deep, but it's picked up on the other side here. He's been at the heart of everything there, Jay Rodriguez. Jaden Anthony. And you got Jay Rodriguez in the middle there.
This is tricky.
Trying to get onto things. It's not really happening. Coventry got a lot of men back. Here comes a cross. Jay De Silva smashes it away.
He's been class recently.
Oh yeah, I think Jay De Silva's a bit of an unsung hero.
When he first came on, it was, oh my god, he's great. But then he kind of had a bit of a quiet spell.
I think Bidwell was more reliable last season, but
true.
De Silva's been all right. Here come Burnley then. This is it. Can they score before half time?
Wow,
they're going to get a corner.
Oh.
Burnley corner. Just don't concede here, lads, and it's 0-0 at half time. If Burnley were to score here...
A few empty seats, isn't there? I know it's a weekday. I'm aware of that, but still, we'd do better.
Well, yeah, Coventry's ground is bigger than Burnley's, and we have a bigger support.
Is it actually?
But we are also a bigger city. What is it? Is Burnley even a city? Is it a town? Anyway, here comes the corner. This is the last action of the first half. Cross comes in. It's headed away to the edge of the box. The ref's letting the clock go. Here comes Anthony. Puts a cross in. Clear it.
Do it, lads. Come on.
There we go. That'll be another corner.
Oh no.
No, the ref's going to say half time. I'll take that. It did feel like Coventry were proper clinging on there right at the end. Right, half time, 0-0. In this game of attack versus defence, it's goalless. And it's interesting. I mean, it definitely feels like Burnley are the better and more attacking team, and they're taking the game to Coventry. But at the same time, they haven't created many big chances. They've got a bit better as the game's gone on. They've had a few shots, but maybe this is what we came to expect from Burnley. Looking at their numbers this season, they win games 1-0 a lot of the time. Let's hope that isn't what happens here, but maybe maybe I have a feeling it could go that way. Coventry City haven't really created anything, but we're hanging on in there, and we've had a lovely donation there from Football Predictions. Thank you so much. It's really, really kind. He says, yo bro, can you put my channel in the chat again? Thanks mate, if you do. Sorry if I haven't been texting. Yeah, let's pop that in there. Thank you so much. I'm always happy to recommend other YouTube accounts to people. So be sure to do it. Got a football account there, so yeah, feel free to check it out. Thank you for the donation. Check the link out in the live chat. It's very, very kind. Right, what we saying half time. Happy enough? I mean, it's not been
expected, isn't
not
it?
not a thriller, but look, ultimately we know Burnley are a decent team and we're not losing. We'll try and take the positives, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exactly how I thought it would go. We're dangerous when we give ourselves the chance, or when catch them on the back foot, especially with Bissett. I said in the last vlog, lay it off to Bissett.
The best a man can get.
Shut up.
What?
It's annoying because it works, but no. Just use him a bit more. But like you say, he's picking up scraps. I think that we should maybe instead of trying to keep it in our box, just hoof it out. Just hoof it. Because Sakamoto, he's trying to keep it in possession. No, just get rid of it. Because Burnley are going to attack.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out if I'm feeling positive or negative about it. I mean, ultimately, I'll judge it on the full-time whistle because I could say, I'm happy enough at the minute, but if we go on to lose 2-0, it's not great. I respect that Burnley are a good team, though, and I don't know. If we concede, we've got to obviously be more adventurous, but is the game plan to take a 0-0 or to maybe just snatch it 1-0? Excuse me. Let's have a look at a few more comments. Proper clinical in this game. 0 shots, 0 goals. Love it, George. Yeah, taking every shot we've had. Does that count as 100%, George? Says Rich. It does. Technically, we've got a 100% shot accuracy.
Not XG.
And XG would be like 0. I'm trying to work out the positives we could take from this. We haven't missed any chances. That's what I'm trying to say.
Conceded
because we haven't had any chances. That's the caveat. We haven't conceded. There you go. Right, no, 0-0. What's everyone's thoughts in the live chat? Subs in the second half. Stefano asks. Let's see how it goes. I wouldn't make any changes at the minute, but if it stays 0-0, I'd only make like for like changes. If we go behind, you really change the formation up a bit to try and get back into the game, I guess. Happy enough, though, for now. Happy enough.
Don't forget, Mason Clark needs to come on and score his goal, as I predicted.
Yes, yeah. How are you, by the way, George? George is at Turf Moor right now.
I can see him.
Yeah, we can see the away end there. Can't literally see George, but there you go. Hope the journey was all right. Hope the journey back is all right, George, and hope you come home with something. JB is in the live chat.
Hey.
He says, hey, evening everyone. Good to see you, JB. It's been a while. Hope you're okay, mate. And hope Brentford do well at the weekend. I'm trying to remember who they're playing. I'll be doing my predictions tomorrow. Who are Brentford playing? Let's have a look.
Look at all this clutter.
Leicester.
Oh.
Managerless Leicester. There you go. Right, let's have a look at some more comments, guys. Whoa! Anthony, what a legend. Morning, Matt from Sydney. This is what I mean. There is a big Matt SB and Coventry City Australian fan base out there.
It's absolutely mad.
He says, morning, Matt from Sydney. Really enjoying the content with you and Ben. I'm a Forest fan. He is a Forest fan. He's not a Coventry fan.
Yeah,
but he's
read it before you.
But because of you and Sophie, I look out for the Cov results. So he is a Coventry fan now. He's a Forest fan and a Coventry fan.
A bit like you are.
Hope to see you move up the table, says Anthony. What a legend. Thank you so much. And like I say, we've had quite a few people tuning in from the other side of the planet. And there you go, from Sydney there, Anthony. Good luck to Forest. And obviously, good luck to Coventry tonight as well at the same time, I must say. That is very, very generous.
That's awesome, man.
George says, I think we'll come out a bit more attacking in the second half. Yeah, I think we've got to keep Burnley on their toes. I don't think we can just create nothing and hang on for a 0-0. But at the same time, got to be careful because a 0-0 would be a really good result here. I'm a bit reluctant for us to open up too much for them to score, but I think we've got to try and get some bodies forwards if we're going to try and score. So I get your point there.
Also, I hope Danielle's well. We've completely forgotten about his wife.
Yes, his new wife.
Like he goes through them.
Yeah, it's like Henry VIII. No, well, I'm saying it's because it was a recent thing, wasn't it? Yeah. I hope Danielle's all good as well, George. Let's have a look. My family are flying the flag in Western Australia, says Nino. There you go. Rude is going to be the next manager of Leicester, says Eugene. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about that.
Yeah, it was going to be us, and now it's not.
Yeah, he chose them over us.
Bit rude, isn't it?
Unbelievable. Hey! Toby says he's at Vicarage Road. And speaking of which, let's go through the half-time scores. Of course, at Turf Moor, it is Burnley 0, Coventry City 0. We've got Hull City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1 from the penalty spot, Windass. The pressure is mounting on Hull City. I'd love to play Hull City right now. And I know that Coventry play Hull in the middle of December. What's the chances they've sacked their manager and brought in a new one and they beat us? Do you know what I mean? Do you ever look at some teams and think, oh, they're in terrible form right now, I want to play them, and we don't play them for another month or two, and you're like, oh, they'll be better by then or something.
But that people probably thought that about Cov.
Well, maybe. Norwich 2, Plymouth 1. Norwich dominating there, Signs with 2 goals, but Plymouth back in the game, I guess, with Bundu's goal, 2-1. Sheffield United 2-0 up against Oxford United. Callum O'Hare with his first goal for the Blades, and Tyrese Campbell. Stoke City 0, Preston 0. Looks like Stoke have maybe had the better chances, but yeah, 0-0. Watford 0, Bristol City 0. Looks like Bristol City have maybe had a bit more of that game, but still goalless. And then Sunderland 0, West Brom 0, approaching half-time. That is the 8 p.m. kickoff. So 2 games with some goals, and the rest are goalless. And then a quick run-through of League One. Barnsley 1-0, Blackpool 1-0, goalless at Burton, goalless at Cambridge, Birmingham 1-0, 1-0 to Huddersfield, 2-0 to Wigan, goalless at Wrexham, and goalless at Wycombe, where myself and Ben both tried to play some bonus points, and I think they're going to go absolutely nowhere. We both predicted like 4-1 and 4-2, and it's 0-0 at half-time, so...
Ben. Oh,
Benjamin Bloom, mate. Stefano says, I support Genoa, but I like Coventry City for a long time. There you go. Adrian says, my nephew lives in Coventry, so loyalty divided. Good luck, Cov, by the way. Says a Wednesday fan, unlucky not to beat the Pigs on Saturday. There you go. Toby says, good to see Bristol Rovers losing.
Negative, isn't it, this chat?
Well, I think he's a Bristol City fan. It does seem as if there's rivalries here, there and everywhere. Right, before you know it, the second half will be coming up. Let's do full-time predictions. It's 0-0 at half-time, of course. How is this going to finish? I might just stick with the 1-1, but I am tempted to go 0-0 and maybe 1-0 Burnley, but I don't want to say 1-0 Burnley. Let's hope that doesn't happen. What's your full-time predictions? Let us know. What are you saying?
I'm going to stick with it, but we need to divide each other, don't we? We need to think of something. I said Mason Clark.
All right, I'll go Burnley 1, Coventry 1. You can go Coventry 1, Burnley 1.
All right, then who scores first? We get an equaliser, I'm going to say.
All right, I'm going to say Coventry get an equaliser.
Okay!
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's maybe how it would happen if it finishes 1-1, because Burnley are the team more likely to score at the minute, and then maybe Coventry would have to go out and get an equaliser. I don't know. I think it's silly.
You predicted Bassett scores, and I can actually see that happening now.
Maybe. That is one thing I'll pick up on, by the way. We've only had 1 yellow card in the first half. That was for Bassett. It was a pointless one, kicking it into the goal.
He's young,
when he was offside. Maybe got a little bit to learn there. And my face has been covered there by another fantastic donation.
Fantastic.
From Football Predictions. Thank you so much. He says, Matt, do you think I can get to 50 subs? I certainly think it's possible, buddy. I will put your link there again. Let's go to channel. He's on.
Oh. I'll put my link in the channel.
30 subs.
Oh yeah. Well, everyone starts somewhere.
Actually, I just realised I've just subscribed. I didn't know if I was subscribed or not. There you go. 31 subs now. Feel free to check it out. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for that donation from Football Predictors there. I've put that link in the description if you want to help him out, get to 50 subs. Let's have a look at some of your not donations. Predictions. Everyone knows a Dave says it'll be 2-0 to Cov. I still believe. Fordy says would like to see a 90th minute smash and grab, 1-0 for Cov. Could it go the other way? Burnley snatch it in the last minute. That would be horrendous, wouldn't it? Because, you know, to get to the 90th minute 0-0.
Nearly happened.
Yeah,
in the 45th. 7th.
Let's have a look at some more predictions. Probably 0-0, says Robert Animates. Would rather Coventry win than the Dingles, though. Like I say, there's rivalries everywhere. We've got Blackburn fans in here hating on Burnley. You've got Bristol City fans hating on Bristol Rovers. You've got the Wednesday fans hating on the Blades.
Football's just full of hate.
It's hatred. I'm going to stick with 1-1. But yeah, keep your predictions coming. The game is just about to get back underway. Nope, there you go. My screen's disconnected for a second, but I'm sure it's still working. And you said you're sticking with 1-1.
Sticking with 1-1.
Okay, how come? Just don't want to change it.
It just smells of a 1-1.
Oh, it smells of one.
Stench of it.
That's
That's just because we're at Burnley. Oh, I'm joking.
Oh, that's outrageous. Right, guys, while we're waiting for the players to re-emerge from the tunnel, any questions, get them down below. We'll try and read out a few comments before the players emerge. So comments, and yeah, make sure you have subscribed. We're getting a little bit closer to 83,000. So yeah, everyone get over the finish line. Make sure you have hit that subscribe button. Thank you once again if you've already subscribed.
I got in my car last night. Do you know what I was thinking as I was leaving?
What?
I fancied Power League. You'd convinced me.
There you go.
So I might now I had time to think about it. I might join you for your football training.
You're not welcome now.
Okay, that's fine.
It was yesterday.
Did they all like that? Oh no, he's not coming.
No, I never said to them that you were. I just asked you and thought, oh well, I'll mention it to them if you say you'd be up for it. It's not that deep. There you go. Right, let's have a look. How is your back? Says Leon.
Oh.
Let's leave that one there. Good to see you, by the way, Leon. Toby says, Matt, that's just how football is. Link it again, Matt says, football predictors. I will in a bit. Thank you once again for the donations, but I'm just catching up with comments for a second. Burgie, you're still up for painting my wall? It's still plain, someone said.
Who's this?
I don't know, it's a Coventry-based fan. I don't know if he knows you or not. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at some more comments. Any more predictions, guys? The players are back out. If you want to predict how this is going to finish, feel free to quickly do it before we get back underway.
Well, whilst that's still the topic of that conversation, I am currently looking for work. So if you live in Coventry, message me on Bassett Brush. I am looking for work. I'm a painter and decorator. There you go. Sorry, just using your channel.
If you want to be nice, by the way, mate, drop that guy sub on YouTube because he's been really nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I've just subbed to him, but there you go.
More the merrier.
Right, the players are back out. I must confess, I am pretty much a boomer when it comes to using the clock on this thing. So I did stop the clock on 47 minutes. So I will let you know that the second half is restarting in a second, and then I will turn the clock back on 47 minutes because I don't know how to rewind it because yeah, I'm useless. But there you go. Any more comments? 1-0 to Cov, says Chambers. And in the army now, Burgie, says Chambers. Adrian says, looks like a great map on the back wall. It's a map of the British Isles. The United Kingdom in all its glory. Right, any more comments?
Went a bit die-hard then. Not die-hard, Braveheart.
Patriotic. Any more?
I do interior and exterior.
Who is Cov's rival, says Toby? Leicester, I guess. If I say Villa, you know, because Cov fans, some don't like Villa, then fair enough. But like, if there's any Villa fans watching, they'll be like, we don't care about Coventry. So
Wolves used to be the big one, apparently.
The second half has just restarted. We are back underway. You've got to do it from the link in the.
Oh, I've got to actually watch your video.
So we are back underway. I will turn the clock back on 47 minutes, but yeah, currently 45 minutes and 15 seconds. Burnley 0, Coventry 0, as Coventry look to come forwards down the right-hand side. It is a Burnley throw-in. And Coventry are attacking from left to right as we see it, so that means we are attacking towards the away end. Might get some limbs in there right at the death. We will see. That would be something, wouldn't it? Imagine if Coventry snatched this. I'm not going to let myself get carried away.
Yeah,
I would be very happy with a 0-0, and I realise that is a very difficult result to get from Turf Moor.
Leon's asked 3 times, how's my back? Will you just pack it in, alright? Had to get Matt's sister to help me with some advice because she's a sports massage therapist.
There you go.
Where's the link?
You might have to scroll up a bit. What Championship team is the strongest in your opinion, says Stefano. Actually, I'll put that to you guys. Which team is the best team in the Championship? I think it's Leeds United. I think Leeds United are the best team in the Championship. I think they're going to win the league.
Oh, sorry, I sniggered at the wrong time there. What I meant by that was the fact that out of the 3 that came down last year, they were the ones that didn't go back up.
They didn't. I think they'll go up this year. I think it'll be Leeds. I think Sheffield United will probably go up. And then I just keep fancying Burnley to get promoted, you know. I don't know, but Sunderland have had a good start. And do we dare to believe that Coventry are losing now?
Oh.
It's taken Burnley less than 2 minutes at the start of the second half.
Maybe the...
And on that note, the clock can sync back up now as we're on 47 minutes.
Maybe positive.
It is Burnley 1, Coventry 0.
Maybe that half-time break didn't actually do us any favours.
It's a frustrating one, that. Maybe Collins could have done a bit better. That's kind of come out of nowhere. A bit frustrating that, you know, Burnley haven't had to wait long to get the goal. It's come down the right-hand side here. The cross is a good one. Fell nicely there. Who's took that in the back of the net? Number 7 there. Is that Sarmiento? Collins actually gets a hand on it, but he can't prevent it from creeping over the line. It's Burnley 1, Coventry 0. Sarmiento with the goal.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like Burnley have, you know, come into the second half resuming unfinished business. We started the second half a bit dazed. Well, at least if our predictions go right, it'll go the better way and equalise. It'll feel better, won't it? And I'm still certain that we will score. I am certain of that.
Burnley 1, Coventry City 0.
What are they like about getting a second goal?
Well, a bit of a frustrating time for Coventry to concede, because I would imagine Reece Carr's probably said, let's keep absorbing pressure, and 2 minutes later, does the game plan need to change? Because we need to get forwards to try and get an equaliser now. Remember, Burnley have only conceded 6 goals, and this is their 17th game of the season.
Ooh.
Burnley 1, Coventry 0. That was the first shot on target, by the way, of this whole game. So, kind of goes with what I've been saying, that Burnley have been playing well, but there's not actually been many dangerous chances. And Coventry are going to get a throw in here, deep inside the Burnley half. Burnley 1, Coventry 0. Can Coventry find a way back into this? Thank you for the donation again. I'll come to that in a second. That's very, very generous. I'll come to that in a second. Let's just see where Coventry go here. Jada Silva throws it to Ben Sheaf. Ben Sheaf goes back to Binks. Binks to Ben Sheaf. Come on, Coventry. We need a... we've got a free kick for that. Fair enough. Coventry free kick down the left-hand side. Right, let's have a look at what that donation was there. It was from Football Predictors again, which was very, very generous.
I subbed 3 both accounts.
Matt, put in the link again, and 3 chat again. I will in a second, buddy. I appreciate that. Just to let you guys know, Norwich 3, Plymouth 1 now. Duffy is the latest player to score. Norwich 3, Plymouth 1. Coventry free kick down the left-hand side.
Is this Torp taking it?
Torp and Sakamoto stand over it. This is probably the best chance Coventry have had all game. There's players actually queuing up in the box here for us to try and get an immediate response. Sakamoto swings it. And it's going to go out for a goal kick to Burnley. Goal kick to Burnley. Yeah, Coventry are going to have to think of something pretty good here, because we know that Burnley have a mean defence. And there's been another goal. We've got a goal at Vicarage Road now. It's the first goal of that game. Watford 1, Bristol City 0. There you go. Watford 1, Bristol City 0. Let's go to the live chat. Thank you once again, Football Predictors, for your donation. It's very, very generous. He's trying to get to 50 subscribers. He's now on 38. Wow, he's close.
I subbed with all three of my accounts.
It's very, very good of you, mate. Well done.
Wasn't asking for.
No, I'm proud of you, mate.
A monumental moment in my life.
Matt, do you take any notice of the rumours that Lampard wants his own backroom staff and we don't seem to want to get rid of ours, causing a stumbling block in negotiations? A lot of people are saying, a lot of people are repeating that rumour, should I say. I've heard quite a lot of people saying that. At the end of the day, I take rumours on board, but I don't fully believe in them. It's kind of like, okay, let's just see what happens. I don't get myself carried away with them, because at the end of the day, we found out things, when Doug King's come out and spoken honestly about things, and
honestly,
people are like, oh, I didn't realise that. I believe the rumour that was so and so and so, and some rumours are true, some rumours are not, and some people were saying Frank Lampard was going to be announced last week, and did that happen? No. A lot of people are saying it's going to be announced tomorrow. Do I think that'll happen? Maybe. I think it makes sense to try and get it done, and their first game is at home to Cardiff. The fixtures get a little bit nicer, but we'll see. We'll see who it is. Burnley.
Before the break's finished, wouldn't it?
Smash the ball forwards here. It's going to roll out for it's a Burnley throw-in. It's come off Jada Silva there. Burnley 1, Coventry 0 on 53 minutes. And remember, Burnley's defence is tight. I will repeat that a lot. So it does feel like if there is another goal, because it could just finish 1-0, but if there is another goal, it could be very crucial. If Burnley get it, that might be game over. Josh Eccles smashes the ball long. It goes to James Trafford, and Coventry City are not getting a sniff. We're not getting a sniff. I think maybe Stefano, was it, that asked at half-time about substitutions. If I'm Reece Carr, I'm thinking 60 minutes. I'm going to bring on another striker. Let's go 2 up top on 60 minutes.
And I think if we just get in the habit of just hoofing it forward, forget about trying to, pass it and all that stuff. Just whack it forward. Have 2 strikers up top. Bassett needs someone, a second, someone with him, because he works well on his own, but he's not always, he's not quite Yoko's level. So he needs someone to back him up, because swinging it out from outside the box and all that isn't really that helpful to him. We need someone there with him, like Sims has Hadji. So yeah, second person up the front, just hoof the ball out, for crying out loud. Hope that we can pick it up, because it's clearly not working passing it around our own box.
Someone's asked, Matt, are you going to any more Cov games this season? Well, obviously, because I've got a season ticket, so I go to all of the home games, and then on average,
3.
How many away games? I usually do. Last season, I did about 8 away games.
Really?
Yeah. Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday twice, Wolves, Birmingham. I did quite a few.
Fair enough.
So I'll see how I do this year. I might do a few more in the second half of the season. I've only done Stoke, actually. Yeah, I need to get to another one soon. I do agree with that point. But obviously, I go to all the home games.
Oxford? That'd be a good one.
Oxford's in February, I think. Yeah, maybe.
Sell out there, wouldn't it? Do you reckon it's easy to go to?
Yeah, it's not that far. Burnley with possession here. They clear their lines. It's still 1-0 on 55 minutes. Here is Hannibal. Come on, lads. We need a big 35 minutes here. Big 35 minutes. If we could snatch a draw, that would be great. Here's Sakamoto. Picks out Jada Silva. De Silva. We're being a little bit sort of pragmatic. Is that the right word to use here? Being careful with our build-up play, but we need to be a bit more ruthless. Here's Sakamoto. Good run, actually. Oh, it's headed away. Burnley are a big team and they deal with it. And Coventry City still have a chance here with Jada Silva. Where's he going? Sakamoto. Burnley have got loads of players here. There's a good little spell of pressure here for Coventry. And Vanivac puts a cross in, and James Trafford. Oh, what's that corner?
That's a foul on us, isn't it?
That's a free kick to Burnley. Sakamoto apparently pushed their player. And there you go.
Time wasting.
He was a bit better though. This is the first time Coventry looked really dangerous in this game.
Do you know,
Need a bit more of that.
Do you know how we can tell we ain't got Robins? Because usually with Robins we play well against good teams and awful against less so good teams. That's the way how Cov have been under Mark Robins, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a little look, by the way. Did Sakamoto push their player here?
Nah, I think it's just momentum.
Kind of did.
He fell into him.
Yeah. Still 1-0 to the home team. Any changes in the scorelines? Well, Sheffield United 3-0 up now. Raksaki. Sheffield United 3, Oxford United 0.
That could end 5, you know.
They're a very good team, Sheffield United. They're turning it on tonight.
Was it the player who, I don't know if you'd know, the player who caused Callum O'Hare to go out injured, you know, cost a bit of his career? Is he still playing for Sheffield United?
Callum O'Hare injured?
Yeah, you know when he was injured for us against Sheffield United?
That was like off the ball, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought someone ran into him.
No, I swear he went down off the ball.
Oh, okay, alright.
Here come Burnley, down the right-hand side. As we come closer to 58 minutes now. As I said, me, personally, I'd make the substitutions on 60 minutes. Give us a bit more attacking threat, but...
No one to lay it off to Bassett. He just needs to have the ball. As soon as he gets the ball to his feet, it's promising. How's Sporting doing?
Yeah, I'll check on that in a second. Here come Burnley. We cannot afford to concede a second. Cross is blocked.
Oh, they haven't laid. They haven't settled on one, have they?
Still 1-0. Coventry are in the game. I know we're losing now, and that's not great, but we're in the game. That's
well, we haven't given up.
Thing.
By the way, what about the Shrewsbury game?
Yeah, that was mental, wasn't it?
Who was it Shrewsbury won?
Sporting are losing to Arsenal 3-0.
Oh,
look at that for scoreline. Unbelievable.
Is that a hat trick? Oh wait, no.
It's loading. I don't know what.
They're all on the 7th minute.
Yeah. No, 3 different players. Martinelli, Havertz and Gabriel. Burnley have a corner here.
Of course they do. Let's see if I've got any new subs on my account.
The Burnley corner dealt with for now. Burnley still have possession here, just inside the Coventry half. As we come closer to 60 minutes. So yeah, I personally would, get some players to warm up now. Reece Carr, I'm not sure if he has told any players to warm up at the minute. Oh, no. What did I say? 60 minutes. I could see
that noise you make.
1 or 2 players ready to come on. I'm not sure who that is. I know 3 players. One of them's Ellis Sims and one looks like Mason Clark. So Coventry City are going to make a triple substitution. It's Rodoni, Mason Clark and Sims that are going to come on.
What did I say? Mason Clark is going to go.
Well, that probably means that Bassett is about to come off.
Ah, no.
Uh, 3-1, by the way. Sporting have pulled one back. But no, it wasn't Victor Yokeres.
He was on fire last time. That's probably why he's not playing well.
Yeah. Oh no. Here come Burnley. Clear it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yay.
Makes me nervous sometimes.
Have faith in Dovin.
Nino says get Bassett off now. Burnley's attendance 21,000, says Mick. Is that right? Is it 21,000? I thought Turf Moor only holds about 22,000 and it doesn't look full to me.
Why is it? So when they're in the Prem, is it rammed then? For a Premier League club, that's quite small. Or when was it? When was it built?
Yeah,
were they in the Prem when it was built?
Oh. Come on.
He's on. Go on to Bassett. Oh, you should have.
Victor Torp with the chance. It's a pretty tame shot.
Oh, off to Bassett.
Trafford gathers it. It remains 1-0 to Burnley.
Look, he was calling. He's there. He's right there. Just give the boy a chance.
Here come Coventry again, though. Bassett gives it to Sakamoto. Sakamoto to Van Evak. Back to Sakamoto. Come on, lads, come on. Here's Ben Sheaf. Can Sheaf put the cross in?
Oh.
It deflects. It'll be a corner to Coventry. Come on.
Who's taking this? Not Eccles, please.
I don't know why I'm getting excited for a corner against Burnley. They've got some very big players. I don't know if...
Because we have faith.
There you go.
Come on, this is going in. This is going in.
You can still see Mason Clark, Sims and Radoni waiting to come on, but I think they're going to come on after this corner. Burnley have got loads of players back here, and Coventry going to have to do something pretty good from this corner to equalise on 62 minutes here. Sakamoto with the corner, puts the cross in, and Trafford gets two hands on it, falls to Victor Torp. Torp. Oh, jeez!
That way!
Torp played a delicate little ball back into the middle of the box, and the Burnley players just about dealt with it, but Coventry are just, I don't know, testing the waters, should we say. It still doesn't feel like kitchen sink. I mean, it's very early for kitchen sink just yet, but Coventry are getting forwards more than they have done at any other point in this game. Here's Ben Sheaf. He lets fly. Oh!
Bassett knows where he wants it. He's pointed. Why are we not giving it to him?
And it's going to be a goal kick to Burnley. That shot went over the bar, and Coventry are probably going to make that triple substitution now.
Do you reckon there's a lack of trust with the team? Like, oh, Bassett, you know, he's new. We're not going to give it to him.
Could be. Not sure. So here we go. Jay Da Silva comes off. Radoni comes on. Sims comes on. Mason Clark comes on. Bassett and Torp are the other players coming off.
Here's the thing. If I really, really like Bassett, and I get his name on my shirt, people who know what I mean will be like, oh, you know, your name's actually Bassett.
Got to hope that those players we've brought on can do the business. Sims needs a goal, actually, thinking about it. You know, for the player he is, he's not scoring lots, is he? He's got 27 minutes to get himself on the score sheet. Well, just anyone get Coventry on the score sheet. Come on, please. Burnley smashed the ball long here. And Coventry regained possession. And I don't know, it just feels like it needed Burnley to score for Coventry to actually wake up. It's a recurring theme, isn't it, like, with Coventry? We seem to play well once we've gone behind, or I don't know.
It is, yeah, you're right.
Is it the tactics? Is it we're going to defend for a 0-0? Oh God, we've conceded. Let's actually try and attack now, and we obviously look better attacking than we do defending. And there you go. Free kick to Coventry inside our own half. Oh wow, another donation, guys. I need 8 more subs to get to 50 subs, says Football Predictors. Thank you so much again, buddy. He's donated again. I will put his link in the description again. Please feel free to check him out. He's been very kind today, and he says if you could support him, that'd be very, very appreciated. So I'll put that link down there. Feel free to check out the link to support that guy in the live chat, Football Predictors, who's been donating. That's very, very kind of you. Here come Coventry City. We're going to get ourselves a corner, I think. Come on for Lucas Perez. Burnley 1, Coventry 0 as we approach 66 minutes. Thank you, by the way, again for the donation from yourself and from everyone who's donated. Yeah. Your support has been amazing tonight. I've enjoyed the stream. You guys have been great company, but come on, we need a Coventry equaliser to really get this stream going. And we've got a corner here. Radoni puts the cross in. Oh, it's headed away. Burnley are just such a tall team, aren't they? Goes back to Radoni though. Now Josh Eccles. Josh Eccles goes out to Van Evak. Now to Josh Eccles. There's players queuing up in the box. Here's Sakamoto. Can he get the cross in? He does. Nice. It's a great ball. It's headed. It's wide. It's better though. Good. Coventry just looking that little bit more dangerous. Just a little bit more of a cutting edge. But not quite good enough yet. It remains 1-0. Goal kick to Burnley.
That's where Sakamoto earns his contract. Look at that.
It's a great
It
cross.
just picks out somewhere.
But like we said, if we score tonight, it's not obviously just good because we've drawn with a top team, but this is the meanest defence in the league for a reason. And you can see that we're struggling to get close to the goal, but let's see. We only need one at the minute just to level it. James Trafford is down at the minute, receiving treatment.
Tactical, isn't it?
Drew says, no equaliser, Matt, thank you. Harry says, come on, Burnley. Obviously, a couple of Burnley fans in here. City are beating Feyenoord 2-0, by the way. Everyone knows, as Dave says, that's what I like about Carr. He makes substitutions with more than 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I think that is something even the most die-hard Mark Robins fans would say. His substitutions were just very late. And
there's no reason.
Just seems like there's a bit more life in the Reece Carr substitute thinking, if that makes sense.
But Robbins was with us for 7 years.
I just realised at the start of the stream I put a beer in the freezer. Can you grab it for me, mate? Because it's going to explode in a second.
You're going to let me handle a grenade, are we?
Well, do you want to stay in?
No.
I think it's in the top shelf, mate. If that's
See,
right.
I'll be respectful and I'm not
Cheers,
actually going to eat my noodles on stream.
There you go. We're pretty much halfway through the second half now, guys. James Trafford is still down on the floor for Burnley, just stretching his leg out a sec. Oh, look at that. They've got another player down. They've got a defender down now, getting some treatment. Sarmiento, who is he's not a defender, sorry, but he is the goal scorer, and he's down on the floor at the minute, just outside the Burnley box. And he is coming off now to the side of the pitch. Kolyosho is going to come on here. But who's he coming on for? Right, let's have a look around the grounds while that is going on. So Burnley 1, Coventry 0. Sarmiento's goal on 47 minutes. Hull 0, Wednesday 1. Norwich 3, Plymouth 1.
That is a sexy feeling beer.
Sheffield United 3, Oxford United 0. Stoke 0, Preston 0. Watford 1, Bristol City 0. And Sunderland 0, Baggies 0.
Sticks of popcorn in it.
I wonder why. Keep your comments coming.
That felt, do you know what? That felt like a slush puppy when I picked it up. I envy that. You ever had an alcoholic slush puppy before? It's pointless because the alcohol just melts the ice. It doesn't freeze.
No. Come on, Sims. Bang one in, says Lee. Just any Cov player, get us a goal. Come on.
That's scaring me, having a beer next to a PS4, mate.
BS4. Here's Sakamoto. Gives it to Radoni. Back to Sakamoto.
We are...
Burnley have really... I don't want to say they've dropped into a shell, but it was all Burnley, all Burnley, all Burnley. They scored, and they've gone, we'll just sit off a little bit, and now Coventry have thought, right, we'll push forwards. And now it's... I don't want to say it's all Coventry, but it is more Coventry, for the last 10, 15 minutes or so. So, can Burnley see it out? Can Coventry snatch something? Let's see. Coniston, thank you so much. What do Cov fans think of Lampard taking over?
Not that many people.
It's not official, but it does seem to be the most likely outcome, and it could happen tomorrow. Every Cov fan will probably have a different opinion on it. Some not so happy, some happy. As for our opinions, I'm open to it. I will support him, but he's got to get some results from the off. And I want to see, an exciting style of football, because the standards have been set by Mark Robins, and I don't want to sack Mark Robins to bring someone in that's going to be rubbish. But I will support him, and I hope he does well. Ultimately, his CV, he's done some all right things. First season at Everton, first season at Chelsea, the Derby job, okay, but I don't know. Look, we'll see.
I don't want him to remain a Cov manager. He's not a Cov. He's not Cov. End of. Just isn't. So
well, he isn't yet. No, but you've got to give him a chance.
He's just not Cov, and I don't want his managerial career to last long with us. But then that means
even if he's doing well.
I know that's the argument.
But
is he just?
Oh, here's Mason Clark. Coventry City come forwards. Mason Clark puts a cross in. Oh, it's gathered by James Trafford. Coventry are getting closer. We're getting close to the box and the goal, but Still not had any good shots and tested them thoroughly. Here we go. We've had another donation. Wow. Football Predictor says, who is the person next to you? I'm going to follow him. Also, Matt, I'm 8 subs away, so please link. This is Burgie, if anyone hasn't already realised. I've said his name a few times today. No, I think I have.
Burgey, I think, yeah. Me holding a fish.
Yeah, there you go. Feel free to check out Burgie on
I literally just probably 2 videos of me playing guitar.
Kieran says, did you watch the Sarmiento goal for Ipswich? Was that the Travella? Was that the Travella goal outside of the boot? I think it was. You saw that one, remember? You said you were at the 4Ps. When Ipswich scored against Coventry, that goal from outside the box with the outside of his foot and it curled in. No, that was Wes Byrne who scored the stunning goal. When did Sarmiento score against Coventry? I'm trying to work out.
Was that this season?
No, he said for Ipswich. Was that in the second game? Was that at the CBS? Anyway, sorry. Let's.
Oh yeah, rings a bell.
I'll link your channel one more time, buddy, because you have been very, very kind. Look, some people have already subbed. If you want to sub, there is someone called Football Predictors who is donating very kindly today. If you want to help him get to 50 subscribers, then there is a link down there to support him. So feel free to do that. I really appreciate the donations, buddy, and I hope you get to 50 subs. It is Burnley 1, Coventry 0 as we approach 73 minutes. It feels like Coventry have gone from Gear 1 to Gear 2, and maybe nearly Gear 3, but I think we're going to have to be in Gear 5 to equalise. We're cranking the pressure up a little bit, but it's maybe still not quite enough yet.
You know, you said that...
Oh, God, here come Burnley. If they get a second, it's game over, and this could be it. It's Anthony, feeds it through.
Nicely
what a challenge
done.
from Bobby Thomas.
Nicely
Great interception. And Coventry clear our lines, but not very far. And remember, I've said if Burnley get a second, that's game over, in my opinion.
That's what I mean. Stop hovering around. Look. Sorry.
Coventry struggling to clear it. It's going to be... Okay, we've got a throw-in now. Coventry throw-in. It remains Burnley 1-0 though. Coventry need a sat-nav to find a shot on target, says Doc. The thing is, yeah, you're right in terms of Coventry have not got great numbers today, but Burnley, how many shots on target have they actually had today? 1. We've both had 1 shot on target. Yes, I'd say Burnley for longer periods of this game have been the better team, but the numbers from both have been fairly low in that final third. And yeah, 16 minutes to go. Here's Van Evac. Thank you once again for your support, guys. Keep your comments coming. Quick yes or no. Get in the live chat. Is there going to be another goal? Yes or no?
I think there is.
Yes or no? Will there be another goal in this game? While you're there, make sure you have subscribed. Thank you for your great support again, guys. Keep it coming. We're edging closer to 83,000. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you if you already have. Coventry City have it here with Van Evac down that right-hand side. Gives it to Sakamoto. Now Josh Eccles. Eccles finds Van Evac. Here's Ellis Sims.
He's on.
Sims holds the ball up well. Gives it to Sakamoto. Sakamoto's tackled. Will that run out for a corner? No, the defender gets it out for a throw-in instead. Coventry throw-in right next to the corner flag. Come on, please. It's taken short. Here's Van Evac. Here's Rodoni. Come on, get it in there. Get it in there. Get it in there. Come on, lads. We're just toying with it on the edge of the box. Burnley are keeping good shape. They've got good defenders doing their jobs for now. But can Coventry snatch something?
Ooh, squeezes, don't they?
Here's Van Evac. He struggles to get the ball in the... Oh, he's found Sakamoto. He can't get anywhere. The Burnley defence is too tight.
They're like gladiators, aren't they?
There's just so many of them. There doesn't even seem to be a way in which Coventry can get a cross into the box.
Do you know what it is? There's always 3 around one player.
Yeah, they defend like 3 of them are always drawn to the ball. So whoever's got the ball, look, they just look at the press. It's really good pressing.
It's actually quite impressive to watch. It's admirable.
But it's a good test for Coventry. If we can break this defence down, that says quite something about us. Here's Sakamoto, picks out Rodoni. Here's a chance. Rodoni crosses it. Mason Clark! Oh, he's offside! He scored an overhead kick. He's offside! Oh no! It was an overhead kick! What a goal that was! And that would have been your prediction.
Oh, no, what way my prediction would have gone as well.
But Mason Clark is offside. It's a great overhead kick, but it's offside. Let's have a look. Is he offside? He is offside.
Fudge.
What a goal, though. I know it's not going to count, but that shows his technical capability.
I can't. How do I deal with these emotions? Because what a prediction that would have been.
Yeah, well,
Mason Clark scoring like that
still might happen. You never know. But that's got to give us confidence. We've got to keep going.
I can't get over how lucky I could have been there to predict the scoreline.
It might still happen.
Yes, but he's not going to do it like that, is he?
No, I know.
Him to score like that after I predicted him to score.
Mate, your predictions have been solid recently, I guess, haven't they? Anyway, look, it could be 2-0 Burnley here. They're countering on us. Anthony. God, Coventry just about deal with it. Oh no, it's Hannibal. Hannibal. Oh no. Corner to Burnley. 13 minutes to go and it's a corner to Burnley.
I think it's time to serve for a woof. Woof.
Burnley 1, Coventry City 0.
That's just... How many chances has he had on goal? And he just...
Not many. Burnley are going to make a double sub just to slow things down that little bit more. Coventry have been growing, and it's a fantastic goal, but it was offside. Yeah, he was offside, by the way. We've seen the replay back. He's clearly offside. But there you go. 4-1 to Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon, by the way. Give Burgess a sedative, says Tom Baker. Here come Burnley.
What's a sedative?
I swear that's like
diarrhea, isn't it?
No.
That's laxative.
Yeah.
Oh,
here come Coventry.
I'm searching up.
No, because I'm just checking my theory is correct. Here come Burnley, by the way. Yeah, it's like a sleeping thing, isn't it?
That's the last thing I need.
Knock you out.
Yeah.
No, send Burgess to sleep. Still 1-0. Let's just catch up on the other scores. Norwich City are ripping Plymouth Argyle to pieces. 5-1.
What did I say?
To Norwich. 5-1 there. Still 1-0 here. Oh my God. That's going to be a corner to Burnley. Anthony smashed it and it nearly came off. I think it must have come off a Coventry player. Corner to Burnley.
Oh, teasing.
Deary me.
Oh.
Coventry City are hanging on in there.
I don't like the fact that my voice is feeling like this and we haven't actually scored.
Triple sub for the Clarets. Yeah, Doc's right. They've made 3 substitutions there. Are we missing Haji Wright, says Tom? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Pace up front, yeah.
Haji Wright is a crucial player. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully he comes off and we can see us... hang on, what? Hopefully he comes off and we can see us scoring against their second choice, says Toby.
Probably
you're talking about the goalie?
Oh.
Norwich City 6-1. They are ripping them to pieces. Norwich 6, Plymouth 1.
What are your predictions for who's going to win that game?
I'm going to say Plymouth. Norwich 6, Plymouth 1. And Burnley have a corner here.
That's not the mic, by the way, that's your voice.
Cross comes in.
Loose.
It's not fully dealt with.
Oh,
jeez.
So much space.
That's 2-0. That's game over. Whether he's meant to shoot that or not, it's game over. I don't know. Was he crossing that? Was he shooting that? It's a clever goal if he had... Yeah, Egan Riley. I think if he's trying to score that, it's a very good goal. If he's crossing it, it's just ended up in the back of the net anyway. And Burnley are going to win. Burnley 2, Coventry 0. 9 minutes left.
We gave way too much options for them, but we just look at the space there. It's really, really painful after a potential goal for us. What's going on? I think we doubted them to. Oh, I don't know.
Why is it still saying 1-0? There you go. So, Burnley 2, Coventry 0.
Was it offside?
No, it wasn't. No. I think that's game over.
Interesting.
I think that's game over.
God, from highs to lows within this game. That's just.
No hard feelings, Matt. Love the channel, says Harry.
He's a Burnley fan.
He's a Burnley fan, yeah. Fair enough. It's a good goal if he's meant that. And obviously, I don't know if he's meant that or not, but clever finish if he did. Either way, I think it's game over now. Coventry have a throw in on the halfway line. We need 2 goals in 7 minutes, basically, against the best defence in the league.
1 point out of 6.
Out of 6 possible points, but against 2 relegated teams without a manager, look, it is what it is.
True against Sunderland. 2 out of 8. Where are we in the league?
I don't know, 19th or something.
Ugh. Stay tuned, guys.
Jake Bidwell is about to come on, and so too is Brandon Thomas Asante.
Maybe Lampard will actually tune this. Maybe there is something for Lampard. Maybe there is a opportunity for us to. I don't know more. I don't get it. I don't get it. How can we be so, so looking to score, get an equaliser, and then just that happens? I think it's like a backbone again, isn't it? It's just spineless.
It could get worse for Coventry. Here come Burnley again.
We've got no one to blame but the players now.
Goal kick to Coventry. Let's just see how this finishes. I'm sure it'll be a Burnley win either way, but we'll do a bit of a post-match thoughts at the end of this.
Why are we so annoyed? They're ex-Prem, what do you expect?
Well, I was about to say that, look, at the end of the day, Burnley away is always going to be a tricky game for anyone in this league. Half-time, it was 0-0. It's just, I don't know. The 2 goals we've conceded have been disappointing, but there you go. Here come Coventry with Mason Clark.
I just thought, why didn't Mason Clark get a yellow card for kicking it in when it's clearly offside?
Very good. Ball goes out, Burnley throw in. Let's have a look at your comments, guys. Hi, boys. Sorry for the result. Hey, Burgie, says Louise.
Hello.
Pompey says, update please on Wright's injury. I don't know specifically what's actually happened to Hadji Wright, like how long he's out for. I'd be guessing if I tried to tell you, to be honest. Sheffield Wednesday are 2-0 up at Hull City, by the way.
Sheffield Bidwell, what a difference this will make. What's the point in that? What's that going to do?
I don't know, mate. Thomas Asante and Bidwell have come on for Sheaf. And who was the other one who went off? Binks, was it? Bobby Thomas, sorry.
Yeah.
No, Binks.
Oh, he's got his hand in a cast. Looks like Keith Lemon. Come on, keep it cheerful. We've got people watching.
It's gone out for a Burnley throw-in again.
We got viewers.
Yeah, no. I've just got to face it. We've lost.
Oh, yeah.
We've lost.
We had a glimmer of
It
hope.
could get worse again. Here come Burnley.
Positives we can maybe get there. Positives we can take from this.
What?
Mason Clark puts his body on the line in the box to shoot. That was good signs. We've got somebody. We might have a Biamo on our hands here over at kicks.
Sar says Plymouth's goal difference is really going down a notch. Gosh. By the way, a massive thank you to Football Predictors again, who's donated. He's been very, very kind. Thank you so much. You don't need to donate. It is massively appreciated though. And he says he's on 45 subs. So he's nearly there if you want to support him. Make sure you subscribed over here, of course, as well, guys. A massive thank you to those of you guys that have already done so. We've got 40 to go to get to the next milestone. So subscribe here. If you're feeling nice, subscribe to the link in the chat to support Football Predictors out. Any comments, get them down below. 3 minutes left. Coventry City, done and dusted here, really.
If you want to comment anything to cheer us up.
Bit of a pity for the Coventry fans that have travelled up to Turf Moor, but there you go. It is what it is. You win, lose and draw in football. But after 2 positive draws, it puts us back into a little bit of trouble, I guess, down the table. And Cardiff City on Saturday will be interesting. Let's see if there is a new manager for it.
I hate the feeling like when you've lost midweek, you come back.
Oh, here come Burnley. Here they come. What a run this is. Oh, we just about deal with it.
What's he want? Oh, he wants goal kick.
Coventry City.
That was a back pass, wasn't it?
No, he's saying, why don't you come and get it? Because he came off the Burnley player instead of passing it to him.
Nice.
Deary me.
It's Christmas soon.
Yep.
26 days.
Not got that Christmas feeling though.
The Christmas feeling for Cov fans is...
Feels more like the middle of January or something, doesn't it?
How do we do on Boxing Day? What's our record? Draw, innit? We drew against Sheffield United a few seasons back, that's as far as I know.
No, we lost on that Boxing Day.
Did we lost?
Did we lost? Yeah, we did lost.
We did lost.
Yeah. Boxing Day last year, we won at home to Sheffield Wednesday. The year before, we lost away to Sheffield United. This year, on Boxing Day, we're at home to Plymouth.
So
got to win that. No, got to win that. They're rubbish away from home. They're getting smashed 6-1 at Norwich at the minute. Here come Coventry. If we were to score now, we'd set up an interesting stoppage time. But there you go. We've given away a free kick when we had the ball. Yeah.
I might not be making that Plymouth game.
1 minute of normal time to go. I don't think there's going to be lots of stoppages. Maybe 4 minutes. Does it matter? I'm not sure.
Wow. Okay.
Let's have a look at some comments. Leicester are going to do the same again this season, get relegated for the parachute payment, says Nino. Midsummer says, let's not be disheartened, we can bounce back from this. It's a weird one for me. I don't feel totally devastated. This isn't like losing at home to a bottom half team. This is losing away to a very good team. It's just the lack of wins and the lack of real positivity and energy at Coventry City at the minute. I'm not too down though. I'm just like, let's try and announce a manager before Cardiff. I think if we haven't done it by Cardiff, then what are we doing? We're taking a very long time. Get it done before Cardiff. I'm not saying rush. If we haven't got the right one in place, don't rush. And then got to beat Cardiff. Plain and simple. Got to beat Cardiff on Saturday is what I will say.
How are they doing? Because they were having a poor start.
If we lose that, it's not looking good. It's a long season at the same time. Coventry, quite simply, sort of running out of steam here. We've knocked the ball out for a Burnley throw-in under no pressure. And we head into stoppage time.
Looks like a gangster.
Just kind of deflated here.
Like the little moustache looks like an old-fashioned gangster, like the mob.
How much stoppages is there going to be? I haven't seen. I presume I'm going to guess about 4 minutes, but I didn't see. Keep your comments coming once again. Thank you. We could try and push for 300 likes by the end of this. I haven't plugged the likes much in the second half, but hit the like button if you enjoy what you see. Subscribe as well. And yeah, no, I really appreciate it, guys. I'll take this opportunity to say a massive thank you for your support. If you're a Burnley fan,
Fair play.
I'm about to say congratulations soon. Let's not say it's officially full-time just yet. It's 6 added minutes. 6 added minutes. It's game on, come on.
If we get a goal in each minute, we will win.
We will win 6-2 if we get a goal in each minute, yeah. Trafford goes over to take this goal kick for Burnley.
He really doesn't like that goalpost, does he?
He's kicking the bloody life out of it. Smashes the ball on. The second goal's just deflated us, hasn't it? Coventry had, let's be honest, there was a good 15-minute spell for Coventry at 1-0, but that's kind of all it's been today.
What hurts is the adrenaline rush from that chance, and then just
yeah. Do have some sympathy for the Coventry fans that have travelled.
All my sympathy.
Yeah. I'm sure better days will come this season. You know what it's like being a Coventry fan.
You don't want
Up and down. The ball goes back to Collins. Collins smashes it long. And Ellis Sims retrieves that. Mason Clark goes down. Free kick to Coventry on the halfway line. We take it quickly.
As Collins...
It's not a lot of urgency now because I think even the players seem to know it's done and dusted. Sakamoto, where's he going with this? Tries to find Van Evac. He does. Can he get the cross in? He does. It's headed in the air. Come on, lads. Come on, get a toe on that. Oh, Sakamoto. Oh, that's a goal kick.
Is Collins to blame for any of these
Goal
goals?
kick.
Or was it the defence?
I think the first goal Collins could have done a little bit better.
How did he go?
He got a hand on it. It just sort of crept in. Like he got a hand on it and it kind of went in. The second goal... I don't know. I don't know if he could do much about the second goal.
The defenders were useless there.
No one helped him out there. No one dealt with that. But there you go.
It's like they were expecting it to go the other way of the pitch.
Full time at Bramall Lane, by the way. It's finished Sheffield United 3, Oxford United 0. Woodman has been sent off for Preston, by the way. Stoke 0, Preston 0 in stoppage time there.
Remember that Preston streak they had last season? At the start, like 6 games unbeaten or something like that.
Footy Predictor says he's 5 away
Whee!
from his target. I'll drop your link again, buddy. I've done it a few times today. There you go. Thanks for the donations. They've been really appreciated. Thank you to everyone for your support tonight. Keep your comments coming. It is 2-0 to Burnley, and in terms of Coventry content, we've got the vlog against Cardiff City coming at the weekend. We'll be doing championship predictions on Thursday with Sophie, so look out for what we think the score might be. And if there is an announcement on Frank Lampard or any Coventry manager, we will cover it. Premier League predictions coming tomorrow as well, by the way. Here come Coventry down the left-hand side. Mason Clark with a clever touch there, but he's offside.
He likes doing that, doesn't he?
Loves it offside. Absolutely loves it.
I watched all of your video today, your predictions.
Oh, yeah.
Seems to be, I like it when Sophie's not in the same room as you for some reason.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Because you can't cut her off.
Full time at Carrow Road. Thank God for the Plymouth fans, it's over. Norwich 6, Plymouth 1. An absolute pasting there. Burnley 2, Coventry 0.
Oh, just rub it in. Camera
Heading
panning to the
into
scoreboard.
the final moments.
I feel sick.
Stick around after the full-time whistle to share your thoughts. We'll read out comments. And one last push to 300 likes is worth a go. Hit that like button. We'll keep an eye on the other scores, see if there's any late drama. Here come Burnley. Could there be another goal here? Anthony. Oh, that could have been 3. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Just goes wide. Goal kick to Coventry. 3-0 might be a bit harsh on Coventry, let's be honest. That would be a bit unfair, but there you go. Goal kick to Cov. 6 minutes were added. Not long left now.
Well, at least if Burnley get promoted, we don't need to worry about them next season. It's always a way to look at it.
Here's Sakamoto. Finds Thomas Asante. His pass snuffed out, and James Trafford clears the lines. And Coventry City are maybe going to push one last time for a consolation here. It definitely would be a consolation now if you look at the clock.
Goal difference, I guess.
In fact, we're going to go back to Collins. So
that's a bit concerning.
No urgency. I mean, the game is done, isn't it? If it was 1-0, you'd be pretty annoyed by this, but the players are just happy to pass it around at the back now. Just take the 2-0 loss. Don't let it get to 3, it seems. Are we going to push here? Eccles tries to find Bidwell, and it's a poor pass, and this could now be 3-0 as Burnley break, and Coventry City are all over the place. The players are jogging back slowly, and shot, saved by Collins. Corner to Burnley.
It's almost like I just want to see another goal.
We're getting picked off here. This is just looking more like a Premier League v Championship match now.
We've lost. Let's just see it.
Yeah, just lose 2-0 now. Don't lose 3-0, 4-0. That's how desperate it's got. Just lose 2-0, please. Corner to Burnley, though. Tiniest bit of defending still left to do. Not long at all left.
My mum told me to not look tired in the stream.
Burnley play a short corner.
I've been impressed with Saka, although we've been losing. Saka has been quite good.
And that's going to roll out of play for a Coventry goal kick. The referee is still letting time go on for now. So it's a Coventry City goal kick. And are Coventry going to move it forwards here with Van Evak? He comes down the right-hand side. And the referee is going to say that is that. Burnley 2, Coventry City 0. That is the full-time result here at Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Coventry City 0. So let's stop the timer there. Guys, get your thoughts down below. Get your reactions down below. Look, I'm obviously not over the moon with that result, but I'm not going to go mental. I just feel a bit tired, actually. Not just like I want to go to bed now. Although I kind of do, but it's just I'm just a bit like I feel a little bit numb. Look, it's not that we're bottom of the table losing 10 in a row, and we have just lost to a very good team, but it's just like
when are we going to use this lost a manager excuse? When is that going to... You know, when we get a new manager, it's still going to take us 5 games of us saying, oh, we're still getting used to the manager. No, just win bloody games. I'm not as optimistic as you. Should we go to bed?
What, together, you mean?
Should we have a bath?
No. Right, guys, get your reactions down below. Look, let's give a decent match summary. It was a case of attack versus defence for a long portion of this game. Burnley dominated the first half and Coventry hung on in there till half-time. It took them 2 minutes in the second half to get the goal. 1-0, Sarmiento's goal. Maybe Collins could have done a bit better, but there you go. 1-0 to Burnley. Coventry woke up. The best 15, 20 minutes of the game for us was after the first goal, and we pushed and we pushed and we looked dangerous, but Burnley always looked quite solid at the back. And then, of course, we did score, but it was offside, and it was the right decision. He is offside, Mason Clark. But what a goal it was with the overhead kick.
Potential.
And then Burnley get a second from 10 minutes to go. Is it a cross? Is it a shot? Either way, it's gone in. Good goal if you meant it. And it could have got worse at the end there. It did look like Burnley were picking us off, and it could have been 3 or 4. I think that would have been harsh on Coventry. I think Burnley did deserve to win, but 3 or 4-0 would have been a bit harsh. It's a 2-0 defeat. The fixtures are going to start getting a bit kinder. So share your thoughts. Anyone really annoyed, or are people just sort of like, look, it is what it is. Share your thoughts. The full times in the Championship, by the way. Burnley 2, Coventry 0. Hull 0, Wednesday 2. Norwich 6, Plymouth 1. Sheffield United 3, Oxford 0. Stoke 0, 10-man Preston 0. Red card right at the end. Watford 1. Bristol City 0, and it is Sunderland 0, West Brom 0, with not much time to go there at all. Not much time to go. 3 minutes.
Another positive note: we could be losing with no leeway. Who are we missing? Haji Wright.
We are missing Haji Wright.
So if we lost with Haji Wright, I'd be a bit more annoyed. If we lost and we're just about surviving in the Championship, like Plymouth, I lost heavily. To any Plymouth fans, I'm sorry, but I'll be a little bit more upset. At least we can, touch wood, guarantee that we've got the sort of team that can stay in the Championship. We've got enough money behind us.
We're going to head over to the table in a second, but let's read out your comments, guys. Please get involved. Once again, if you've not liked, if you've not subscribed, take 2 seconds, like, subscribe. Let's read your comments out. We'll be here for a further 5 minutes. The Burnley players going around the ground just applauding their fans. So full-time Burnley 2, Coventry 0. Like I say, is this going to be the last game with Reece Carr? Since Mark Robbins has left, we've had no wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, but 3 very difficult games. Let's look at it realistically. So they were not good. We were rubbish. No shots on goal, says William. Look, I don't know. I don't quite see it like that. You're entitled to that view. I don't think we were good. I think we weren't even decent. We were just like fairly poor, but not like I wouldn't. This is not the worst I've seen this season. I know I'm not trying to draw positives. I'm just saying that's not the worst I've seen us play this season. It's just it wasn't great, but they're a good team, and I don't know. I think the home games and the games against bottom half teams, we have to start winning those games. Because when we lose at home to Sheffield Wednesday and Derby, as we have done, it puts pressure on us in these games to try and get something. And we've lost, and we're going to come onto the table in a minute. It's not going great. Doug, get a move on. Get the new coach in ASAP, says Mark. Mid-table finish for Cov this year, says Aussie Sky Blue. After the turmoil, I'll be happy with that. Rich says Burnley were organised defensively. We couldn't break them down. Yeah, look, they've been great all season, and they were just solid again tonight. Chris says, what a situation Coventry have found themselves in. Fat Frank or Fat Rooney. No, we're not linked with Rooney, but yeah, Frank Lampard could be announced tomorrow. Watch this space, I will say.
Please be Cooper. I'm just hoping Doug's got something up his sleeve. Everyone's against him, but he's going to go right back at you with a Cooper or a Klopp.
Guys, the link in the live chat is my Instagram. Feel free to drop that a follow. I could do some follow backs if you want to get involved over there. We'll be here, like I say, for till about 10 to 10. So that is 3 more minutes. Any more comments, get them in. Just a quick reaction now after the game. Burnley 2, Coventry 0 is how it's finished. I think Burnley are deserved winners. Just before we come onto the table, here are the stats. Burnley did have more of the ball, 52 to 47. Obviously, there's percentages there, but Burnley 12 shots to 3. That's not good. Shots on target 3 to 1. That's not great for Coventry either. Sorry, you can't even see that there. Let me.
5 offsides.
There you go. It's more in favour of Burnley, and more corners as well.
We've had 5 offsides as well.
Let's go over to the table, where you can see that Burnley have gone second for now. Sunderland are still playing at the minute, and Leeds obviously play tomorrow. But look at that. Look how close it is between that top 4 there. So Sheffield United top, Burnley second, Sunderland third, Leeds fourth. And Coventry find themselves still in 17th, actually. No one below us has overtaken us. So we've stayed where we are, even though our goal difference has gone down by 2. And 17 points, we are 10 points off the playoffs, plus Middlesbrough are playing tomorrow. If Middlesbrough win tomorrow, Coventry will be 12 points off the playoffs. So they're at home to Blackburn, and Middlesbrough have been the form team recently. So within a game or 2, the playoffs could really be out of sight. And I know Coventry are famous for our good marches up the table towards the playoff picture, but if it gets to 12 points or more, that's going to be, we're talking 6-7 wins in a row to even get close.
Or we'll get up there, but we'll just miss out.
Because, if you win 4 in a row, that's great, but those top teams are going to be chucking on points in their next 4 games as well. So you've got to be good for about 10, 11, 12 games in a row. It's going to be hard for Coventry. I think, playoff picture possibly fading. It's still early, but, possibly. Anyone concerned about relegation? If you are, we are 2 points above that bottom 3. Portsmouth have 2 games in hand on us, though, so very congested down there is what I will say. Good night all, says Rich. See you Saturday at the CBS. Sky Blue fans, PUSB. Cheers for joining us, Rich. Time for a 4th for Feyenoord, says Ego Chip. What is actually going on in the Man City game? It's 3-3 in stoppage time. Unbelievable. Wow. We'll keep an eye on that. And Feyenoord have come from 3-0 down. Man City are a mess. Wow. Wow, that is terrible. Arsenal are 5-1 up at Sporting, by the way. What is going on there? It's finished, in fact. Incredible scores in the Champions League. Check those out if you get a chance. And just to let you know, Sunderland West Brom is still 0-0 in the 93rd minute there. Right, I think I'm going to call it a day in 1 minute. So if you haven't already hit the like button, be sure to do so. If you've got any final comments to say, get them down below. Make sure you've subscribed. Thank you if you already have. Your support has been great. The content will keep coming. We've got more stuff coming tomorrow, so look out for that. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, mate.
Yeah, wish it could be better, but it's the way it goes, isn't it? Burnley are a good team.
It's Coventry. You lose some, you lose some. We move on. No, thank you though. I've enjoyed your company. Do you know what? The game wasn't good, but you've been great.
I have actually.
Cardiff City at home at the weekend. Look out for our match vlog there. Like I say, lots of content coming over the next few days. One last chance for a comment. Let's get them in. Ego Chip says bye. Take care, buddy. Thank you, Football Predictors, by the way, for your donations. You've been so generous.
Yeah, fair play.
Very generous. He says he got 50 subs.
Hey,
there you go. Well done, Football Predictors.
www.
Well done. So massive well done for that. And thank you once again for your donations. Right, we're going to sign off. Emily's here. Take care, Emily. Sar says bye to all football-loving ladies and gentlemen. And that is how we'll leave this. It's finished here at Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Coventry City 0. It is a disappointing one, but look.
We move.
We have to bounce back at home to Cardiff. We have to.
With a manager.
We'll see you there. It's full-time at Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Cardiff 0. Take care. Peace out.
Bye, guys.